You are now tuned into the Boxing Voice Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And today's episode is going to be Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward. This fight is finally official. Once and for all, we're going to have pound for pound showdown, which is now officially set for November 19th. We're going to talk, obviously, review Andre Ward's fight with Alexander Brand. We're going to pose some questions. Should he have gotten a knockout? Since he didn't, is it a bust? Should this fight happen in Las Vegas? Is it that home court advantage for Andre Ward, who's in Los Angeles, or should it go to New York, who, you know, Kovalev may have that home court advantage due to the Russian contingency that's out there? How many pay-per-views does this do now that we've seen the numbers of a Crawford and a Victor Postal? All that and more. Tune in.
Boxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
Boxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely. I knew you were tough and taking those punches.
DLC Productions.
Making women dresses like,
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get this thing started right away. First and foremost, let's reach out over there to the dry city, right? Arizona.
Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Boxing fans, here's Jamison.
Yo, I'm just excited to be, I guess, 1 week closer to November 19th. We'll talk more about the fight. I wasn't that excited about it. But you know what? It's in the past now, and I'm ready to look forward to the future, and that's November 19th.
Crossing the pond over to England. Well, actually, Leicester, he said, right?
But is this a little bit wingy? Wingy.
And a big shout out to Wingy as well. Real hardcore. I like Wingy. He's just the biggest boxing nut I've ever met.
Came to London looking for static. Let's go, champ. Have a good day.
Yes, big up, ready to go. Yes, brother. Leicester is in England, which is UK, and we're about, from the Luton's about 20 minutes up road from London. Anyway, looking forward to talking this fight. Already hearing people's opinions on whether they are now pound for pound. Some people are saying they're not pound for pound. Got a shout out Team GB in the Olympics. Go on, Lawrence. Let's go.
You know, some of that has reached my doorstep as well. How people are saying now that this is a scam. These guys aren't number one and number two. But there's only one man that we can call on the job for that one. When we need to know who's the true star in this sport.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab.
I saw fight too.
Nice boxing voice. Because if you come to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him.
I saw fight too.
I think you're accurate.
Yes. Well, I got to tell you guys, I'm excited for this show because last night we got to give an eye test, right, to the number one pound for pound on the Boxing Voice, Andre Ward. Did he fail? Who knows? But currently he's number 2, and Kovalev is number 4 on the actual sorry guys,
pound for pound.
On the pound for pound list of Ring Magazine. So that's interesting. And as well, they both did their jobs in a gentleman's way at the end, in front of Max Kellerman and in front of the audience, and officially shook hands that November 19th is going down. Welcome to the show. Make sure you thumbs up and like, and always drop a 5-star review on that iTunes, because we got a good one, and I'll read it to you later on in the show.
Actually, yes. That is a great idea, Casual, because I would like to, at least give that person his just due for going the extra mile, dropping that hot review. But so much to talk about. I guess since everyone hasn't seen James in a while, we'll pass the ball to James first. James, let's just review what is Andre Ward, or what was Andre Ward versus Alexander Brand, and briefly put it behind us, right? I've already received some phone calls where people are still stuck on the fact that Ward either did too little, not enough, but I think it's a necessary evil. You know, we almost had a headbutt, right? There was almost blood, and everything could have been up in smoke. So I'm happy that things went the way that they went. Obviously, I have to agree with the critics. I would have loved a more spectacular finish, but it is what it is.
And when I started watching this fight, though, I didn't know much about Alexander Brand, but, you know, you heard a lot about him not needing or not being able to be in the ring with someone like Andre Ward. And when I first saw this fight, like the first few rounds, it was apparent that he should not be in the ring with this man. He was wild. It almost looked like he had no technique. You could almost say he was awkward, but it wasn't in that like Sam Solomon way where he has this like just herky-jerkiness about him. It's like, I don't know how this dude was even undefeated. And to me, personally, when I saw Andre Ward going every round with him, it was driving me up the wall because I felt like Andre Ward can go out there and I guess stop it. I don't know, Wingy, what about you or even you, Casual? Did you see that? I won't say it's hesitance from Andre Ward, but his lackluster ability or his willingness to engage, to me, gave it a snooze fest more so than any other fight that I've seen him in. Now, I'm an Andre Ward fan. I'll back him till the day I die. I think he's a great fighter, but in this fight, it's hard to stand, or I guess it's hard to stand up for saying that this wasn't a boring fight because of Andre Ward and not because of his opposition.
Listen, to me it was a snooze fest. I actually fell asleep and gave up on it. But I then rewatched it again and could not watch it this morning. So I don't know, man. He's a gold Olympian medalist, and he's going against Kovalev, who's a knockout artist. So I'm looking forward to that fight. This one I'm happy is behind us. I was bored. I'm sorry.
Yo, let me jump in real quick. I want to bring this up because you said that you couldn't finish the fight. My wife was getting antsy around the 9th round. I go, if he doesn't finish him in this round, whatever, we'll be done with this because it's going to a decision. When he threw that huge left hook and he knocked himself to the ground in the 9th round, I go, no, never mind. Let's just turn this off right now. We're good. And I stopped watching the fight.
Hey, one more thing. I'm starting to believe that Andre Ward is a boxing hipster's favorite. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So let's see what he has come November 19th.
I have to admit, my TBV brothers, I'm quite surprised. I knew the level of opponent that Brand was, so I wasn't expecting an amazing fighter. But I thought Ward controlled him, which is what we expected. I thought Ward showed the better offense. I thought Ward went for the KO. He went for the KO. He just doesn't have the power. But you can't deny in those later rounds, he himself said, yes, I was going for the knockout. So, I'm hearing a lot of people saying they're not happy. Worst fight ever seen. Ward did everything he was supposed to do in this fight, but I knocked the guy out. I wanted the knockout. I admit I said I wanted the knockout. But outside of that, Ward controlled the fight.
Wingy, let me engage with you really quick, right? One thing that I was looking forward to was, again, always Andre Ward, they big him up. So I was looking for a knockout. You said you knew his opponent. So is the guy durable and that's why he has a 0? Now he gained that 1 loss against Ward? Or is it that Ward really does not have power?
I can't be a hypocrite and come on here. I wanted the knockout. That would have been an ideal situation. But if he didn't get the knockout, then I said, give me a one-sided dominant performance. Somebody said to me in the chat, it's the worst Andre Ward fight they've seen. I think a lot of that is clouded by people wanting the knockout as opposed to studying what's actually going on in the ring. If you take away, sometimes in boring fights, you have to appreciate the technical aspect to get something out of it. That's why I can go all 12 rounds and enjoy it. If you see the little subtle movements that Ward was making, and Brand is difficult. He's awkward. He doesn't throw from a conventional stance. He'll throw punches from the hip. You don't know where it's coming from. I thought Andre was smart. I thought he was intelligent. And what I did like is that he did press for the knockout. He's just not powerful enough.
No, I think the problem that people were having, when I agree, I would say this, as Andre Ward is a top-level fighter, I would say that I think this was his worst performance, only because he did that. When he switched to southpaw, I get his southpaw, or his left hook was landing. It was a very sloppy left hook, but he had no power on it, and he was trying to switch up almost like Terrence Crawford. But the problem is if I take a Terrence Crawford video of him fighting orthodox, and I take a video of him fighting southpaw to a normal person, you would not be able to tell what the difference is. You couldn't say he's a southpaw or orthodox. It's so similar. But when Andre Ward switched to southpaw in that fight, he became very tense. He became not as fluid as he was before. So the reason why I say this is the worst fight, it seemed like he was trying to showcase something that just wasn't there. I think he could have went for the knockout. So when he went with southpaw, it was almost like, look how good I am. Oh, I'm trying to, dab. Personally, I didn't think he was doing it to confuse the fighter. I thought it was almost like a showboating way, like, oh, I'm going to get you to the left. When it started landing, that's what he started to do. I don't know about you, Nestor Gibbs. You've been quiet over there. I don't like switching. I don't like a lot of fighters doing that. Terrence Crawford's good at it, but yeah, go ahead. What do you think about that?
Just quickly, yeah.
I think that the man just tried to show his skills, right? Like
that's what I was about to say with regards to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was trying to please us. He figured maybe I'm a natural southpaw. Let me just put my power hand, up front so that I could do whatever I need to do. Who knows, right? I mean, Terrence Crawford does it. We love him. Other fighters do it. We love him. This guy does it now. We're criticizing him. I really don't get it.
He wasn't as fluid as someone like Terrence Crawford. It seemed very like.
No, you're right, because Terrence Crawford switches and he goes for the kill and he gets the kill. Ward did not. And it's fine. I just want to give credit to Wingy, and obviously, you deserve some coins. Spot on. Actually, you get a mushroom because you taught me something. Last week on the preview show, you mentioned Alexander Brand and what style you associated him with, who he was similar to in your mind, and your comparison was just spot on. When I was watching this fight, I thought to myself, damn, Sam Solomon's dad, he went to Colombia, he did what he had to do, and he said, the hell with it. What happens in Colombia stays in Colombia, because Alexander Brand and Sam Solomon, not only do they fight alike, but they almost look alike. I did a side by side. They really do look similar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that fighting style, you were spot. I mean, I couldn't believe how accurate you were. They very awkward style. So again, I'm not the hipster. I'm not here to make Andre Ward look bad and to shit on his performance. No. He did what he had to do. He stood undefeated, and he stood without injury. Because what is more important is what's at the end of this Alexander Brand rainbow, which is Sergey Kovalev, November 19th, hopefully in Las Vegas, TBV Appreciation #2, and we get it done right. Because Brand isn't important. The knockout isn't important because that shit was yesterday.
I've just got a quick point to make. Also, I believe the reason that we saw the kind of performance that we saw from Andre Ward is something which a lot of people haven't appreciated, is that Brand, even though Ward's bringing him up, Brand's not a great opponent. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a fantastic opponent. I wanted the KO. But Brand is an awkward puncher, awkward stylist, so you don't know where the punches are coming from. So Ward could have gone in there, engaged with Brand, took some shots because he wouldn't have known exactly where they're coming from. And that's how a lot of boxers would have fought against Brand. That's how Badu Jack fought against Brand. That's how he got that split decision. But Ward's smarter than that. He's not going to risk going in there with somebody who's going to be thrown from bloody North London, do you get what I'm saying, 100 yards away. He's thinking, he's trying to see what Brand's bringing. Because the punches are wild, heads are going to go in, he's holding back. And I noticed him do that in the first few rounds. Then I could physically see him in the second half of the fight thinking to himself, I've got to make this kind of exciting. Then he started stepping forward. Then he started getting touched a little bit now and then. With Brand's wild style, you've just got to be careful. I know he's bringing him up. I know he's not a 175-pounder, but I think Ward saw that, analysed that, and thought, I'm not going to go in there and do anything stupid against a wild puncher. That's why I thought it wasn't the most...
Yo, let me ask you a question then real quick then. Do you think that Andre Ward's whitewash of a lower or a lesser opponent is better than Sergey Kovalev's, I guess, not quite struggle, because I don't think he struggled in the fight, but I think it was a closer fight, but he was with Isaac Chilemba, who I think is better than someone like Alexander Brand.
Yeah, someone told me that today, and they said, oh, well, Chilemba was a better fighter. But think about it. Is Chilemba a better fighter or just a more recognizable fighter?
I think he's a better fighter. You don't think he's a better fighter? You think that Alexander Brand you saw last night could beat someone like Isaac Chilemba?
Personally,
you saw Kovalev?
I seen Alexander Brand last night give the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world 12 rounds. He couldn't get him out of there. So how could a lesser guy in Isaac Chilemba get him out of there?
Yo, but Paul Smith was in the last knockout, and Paul Smith came in, like 10 pounds overweight and not ready for a fight with someone like that? That's the last knockout that he's really had.
And Stan Solomon was the IBF champion of the world one day. It don't matter, James. These guys could get those wins.
I think Chilemba, in my opinion, was the better opponent, and I actually think I'm sticking up for Kovalev on that occasion. I don't think Kovalev was switched on for that fight. I think he admitted himself. Let me finish quickly. Wait. I actually think Kovalev himself, if he was switched on, would have took him out. I don't think he was switched on for that fight. I think Chilemba's a better opponent, but I also think Ward studied Brand. He might say, "I never watched tapes." They don't know what angle these punches were going to come from. Brand's not an amazing fighter, but with those type of fighters, we've seen it, different style, but we've seen it in Maidana, overhand. You don't know, when you've got those kind of unorthodox sort of fighters, you don't know where the shots are coming from. I could see Ward thinking, let me just feel this out. And then people are saying, because it wasn't that explosive performance, like I've heard like that, I'm not going to mention names, but certain press writers said the worst ever performance. Fucking, if you know boxing, you can study and appreciate that we've got a smart boxer here who's trying to avoid wild punches that are coming. Then when it got to the second half and he thought, I've been trying to avoid too long, I've got to step it up. He went in there, tried to not get the knockout, but it's just not powerful enough. It's not his style. But he did try for you motherfuckers who kept moaning.
Yo, so did you sour or are you sweeten on because I know I'm picking Andre Ward. I still think his head movements can be a little bit too much, because even in last night's fight, his head movement, he got caught every once in a while, like you said, because of that awkward style, but I think the head movement was still on point. He was able to move in and out. The only thing he does is he dips all the way down when, like, you're not supposed to. But outside of that, I'm picking Ward. I'm pretty sure everyone on the panel is picking Ward for this fight. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but did this make it sweeter for you to pick Ward, or are you backing off from it now?
Are you asking, did it change anything for us?
There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
For me personally, sorry, go on, Nes. No, you go, Nes.
No, I'll be short and sweet. It changed nothing.
That's where I was going to go. It changed nothing. I wanted the KO. I thought he might be able to get it, and he did push for it in the round I expected, but he just didn't get it. He just doesn't have that power. But at least he tried. He could have stayed and picked him off all night. Boo, boo. But he tried to get the KO for you, James. For you.
It changed for me. I was thinking, again, Kovalev, but then it changed again when you said, does Ward have a lot of head movement? Like, what if it becomes a snooze fest, but Ward still wins on the card? Does he fall into?
Happen.
Mayweather got credit for beating Pacquiao for the same reason, though.
Nah, so. but that had a lot of there was a lot of chances, for Pacquiao, and Mayweather made it not happen. So I'm thinking, does Ward get the Rigondeaux stigma after that fight if it becomes that boring fight?
Good question, though.
No, he doesn't get that. He's already chummy with HBO. You kidding me? I mean, look, they gave him $850,000 last night for that fight. Yo, Alexander.
But is he talking about the fans, though? The fans might be a different story. I could see that only maybe because he's bigger. He might be bigger. The bigger weight classes are more popular. That's the only reason why I don't think it would go down like that.
I just don't think that it matters, because the fans stick up for Rigo, most of them anyway, and our cries aren't getting Rigo back on the network. So why would our cheers get Andre Ward on or off? Like, I don't.
Right, and then saying that, right, with the question at hand, how many pay-per-view buys, right? Rumor is Crawford Postal is in the 50,000 pay-per-views. Those same fans that cry out for Rigo watch that Crawford Postal fight. So that same amount of number might show up come pay-per-view night, November 19th. Don't you agree?
I'm terrible for numbers on pay-per-view. So
yeah, but look, that's a way to project it, right?
Yeah.
Rigo people are the same people that cry out, are the same people that drift.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think that a guy like Guillermo Rigondeaux has less crossover appeal than a Terrence Crawford.
Right.
So,
all right, so now let's get rid of him in the equation. We have Andre Ward, Roc Nation, right, and Kovalev, who fought on Golden Boy's card against Bernard Hopkins, who's known. So now Crawford Postal 50K, Kovalev Ward, their numbers, that's something to gauge with, right? That 50K count.
Yeah, I think that they probably come right around the same lines. I mean, you got to remember Kovalev was at least, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, before they kill us. But Kovalev was at least getting 1 million per time fighting on HBO. I want to hope he's just like Gennady. Am I right about this? Is he averaging like 1 million every time he headlines or no, James?
I wouldn't say that he's as popular as someone like Gennady, but I would think that he's at least a little bit more recognized like Guillermo Rigondeaux. But this, to me, I mean, with Terrence Crawford, I would say is equal to Andre Ward. If I think Andre Ward might edge him a little bit because he's been on the scene longer, but Postal was not known. Kovalev is known, so I would put somewhere. If I thought this, if I had to guess what this pay-per-view is going to do, I'd say 100 to 150. Seeing that we got 50 for Terrence Crawford, I think it's a little bit bigger in popularity, casual fan recognition. So I'd say 100 to 150 for someone like that, or for this fight.
I'm gonna say 90K is a good number for them.
Damn,
Comfortable. 90, yeah.
That's the Lemieux Golovkin numbers.
That's terrible. For a fighter you guys have got over there like Ward, that's terrible. And I'll let you guys into a secret. I used to be a Ward hater. You know why? You know what he did in the Super 6. I used to be a Ward hater because he went up against my boy Carl Froch.
I used to all those guys.
I used to be a Ward hater, honestly. But you guys...
Carl Froch, Arthur Abraham, those are all, hipsters fanatism.
Nah, you got to go with the Dawson. Yo, the Dawson.
We don't know him.
Casual, I love you, brother. You just
Casual, you are just very funny. You just started watching. You don't know who Carl Froch is. Listen, I think the way that I gauged it, James, I said to myself, well, Bradley Marquez did like 225,000, and Marquez has a country,
Right.
He's got a country. He's got 3 fights with Manny Pacquiao. Like, people know Juan Manuel Marquez. And if that only did 225,
But why doesn't Ward have a country? Why don't you guys get beyond it?
He has a country, but
he doesn't appeal to the masses, man.
Marquez has a country, Los Angeles.
But that's a good analogy though, right? Because you said, why doesn't Ward have a country, right? He's American. You're right, he should, right? But so should Marquez. But Marquez doesn't get the love that Oscar got or that Canelo is getting. Hence the reason that he's always taking shots at Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter. It depends on the fans. You know what I mean? Some of us could love Ward and some of us could hate him, Look, that's why this fight, in terms of where it's going to be, is in question, right? Because you look at Sergey Kovalev, and the last time he's seen 9,000 was with Bernard Hopkins in AC, which is Bernard Hopkins because he's from Philly. And then whenever he's seen more than that was with John Pascal, which is John Pascal because that fight is taking place in Canada. So really, Kovalev doesn't have a leg to stand on when saying where this fight should happen. And I think that's why the fight date is announced and not the venue, because Ward could easily say, hey, we don't got to do it hometown, but at least let's do it West Coast because at least we know my 9,000 are going to come. Like, let's sell tickets at the end of the day, right? But for the spin side, maybe Kovalev could do something in New York because of the Russian contingency of it, but who knows, right? They never really put him in New York, did they? Or am I wrong about that? Was he in the theater or something yet, James? I don't even think he's been there.
I don't think he's been in
What
there.
was that fight that he got knocked down in against that? Oh, man. What was it, like a year or two ago? What's that cat's name? He was undefeated at the time. He got knocked down in that fight against him. Do you remember what that guy's name was?
I don't know. Let's
Whatever. I think it was at Madison Square Garden. I'm almost positive it was at the Garden, the small room.
Oh, yeah?
Theater.
Okay, so maybe he has one under his belt. I think it looks like Wingy might be looking it up. He's got that look-up face right now. It looks like he's looking things up.
Man, don't reveal the secrets behind the back cave.
Let me ask you guys a question while Wingy researches. He didn't get the knockout, so is it a bust in your eyes, James? Or, you knew what Ward was before this happened?
It wasn't that I just knew what Ward was before this. To me personally, I thought he was there to get knocked out. I thought his speed might be too much. He could overwhelm him, come something like
so it
Amir Khan. So to me, it is a bust. Yes, but does it sour me on thinking that he's not going to do the same? Not the same, because some of these punches that he got hit with, I was like, damn. If Kovalev hit him with that same left hook, he would have been out. But I think he's a different fighter when he realized the other guy didn't have power, so he kind of opened himself up a little bit. But to me, I guess I will say, easiest way to say it is, I didn't think Andre Ward looked that good. I thought this is one of the worst times I've seen.
Wow, worse.
Him, including Paul. The worst, because he was there. The guy in front of him was there. I felt like he was watching a sparring session, legitimately. Like, I don't want to hurt this man. When he did hurt him, I felt he kind of got off the gas pedal.
James, can I ask a question, brother? You got more technical knowledge than me. You got more technical knowledge than me. You're the trainer. Do you feel that Andre Ward fought in that manner because he was aware of the wild style of Brand? He could have gone in there and went in there early. He'd have got caught, took some punches. But do you think that he held back because of where Brand's punch is coming from? That's what I'm trying to get. Do you feel that, in your opinion, looking at it?
The problem with someone like him is so I'll say I felt that he didn't want to. I don't know why he didn't close the show. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. He was throwing a lot of hard punches, but then when he would throw fast, like a 1-2 straight down the pipe, he would tag him. But then he would reel off him a little bit. Sometimes switch to south. Him down a little bit. If he just kept his combination punching together where I know it was, I think that he would have hit him. He would have got maybe hit with one punch, but then he could have gotten out. It seemed like there was a lot of opportunity that he didn't capitalize on and didn't seem willing to capitalize on.
I think the reason for that is that he was trying to, I'm not going to say protect himself from getting cuts and shit like that, but I don't think he was looking to engage. I really feel that with the wild kind of style of Brand, he was trying to hold back. That's the thing that I've got, because I saw a shift in the second half of the fight where you could see him constantly landing, I think it's right hands over and over. So I don't know, it's a difficult one, man. But I did want the knockout. I will admit that's what I said I wanted, and I did want the knockout.
Kovalev never fought in New York City.
Casual.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Atlantic City that he fought against Cedric
Kovalev
Agnew
never
that
fought
I
in
was
New York.
thinking of. It was Atlantic City that I was thinking of with
Right.
Cedric.
So was it a bust or a buy for me? I mean, I fell asleep. I tried again, saying, maybe I'm not as hip as the boxing fans that do enjoy him. And again, I fell out. So I just walked out the room. It wasn't entertaining to me. His style does not gauge my attention as long as Kovalev did against Pascal and against Bernard Hopkins. So I'm interested now to see these two styles mesh up, and does one make the fight look boring, or does one engage and we see the true Andre Ward war?
Not a but.
Oops. Because I thought you answered that already, Wingy.
Not knockout or bust, but go, James.
No, go.
I was just going to say, for me, it's not a bust because I enjoyed seeing Ward get around the conundrum of Brand, because I appreciate how difficult Brand was. Whereas it's not everybody's job to research fighters. People who haven't researched it will just think he should have knocked him out. But Brand is actually really awkward, and you don't want to get caught and clipped with ugly punches. So not a bust for me. Go on, Andre Ward. We're going to adopt you in the UK because they're hating on you over there. Go, James.
I like Andre Ward, but the conundrum of Krusher is to crush, right? So what happens with that fight? I'm trying to. I don't know. Yep. I like it.
Well, I guess that's two, right? They both were upset they didn't get a knockout, and I guess you and Mai are more optimistic. What about the venue, James? I mean, you're over there in Phoenix. Vegas is closer to you, or does this fight belong in New York City, in your opinion? What do you think?
I'm not good with that shit. Las Vegas is kind of a dying town right now. You could see I get email offers all the time, so you could see that they're kind of drowning for it. Traditionally, this would be a Vegas fight, but I don't think Vegas is necessarily the hot spot like it used to be. They're trying to keep it alive. So I'd rather see this either in LA or New York. Obviously, Madison Square Garden would be big for this. I think they could fill the main arena. And then Los Angeles has quite a few arenas that have been going up. Eat shit. Could you imagine this at like the StubHub Center? Obviously, it won't be because that's only like 4,000 people. But something like this, I think this needs to be intimate for the casual fans. It's not going to sell out like a big pay-per-view. This needs to be for the casual fans, and I think they should market it in such.
I think it'll happen in New York City if they market to the casual fans.
Not casual fans. I'm sorry. I meant hardcores. Hardcores.
All right, well then the hardcore fans as well. It's going to either be, Roc Nation, Barclays Center, or what did they fight yesterday? It was close to Andre Ward's hometown. Was that the Oracle? Yeah, the Oracle. So it may take.
I doubt Kathy Duva. She's a shark, man. She's involved in this business with men. No way she's gonna let Kovalev fight at the Oracle.
Right. So neutral ground would be Las Vegas. Yes.
You seen the booze?
Yo, but didn't he fight Pascal twice in Canada?
Yes.
Yes.
So why? I don't see that trend changing.
Pascal
maybe.
Ain't Ward. Pascal ain't Ward.
You're right, but still going to enemy territory. It wouldn't put it past me. I guess if you found out this was in the West Coast, you'd be surprised.
West Coast, no. West Coast, I'm not surprised because they need to cater to Ward's fans. Who's gonna buy the tickets? I mean, not that Kovalev doesn't have any tickets. I'm just saying Ward is consistently selling at least 8 to 9,000. You might as well capitalize on it. It's free money. Listen, I want to switch up before we open up the phone lines because I do want to break it up, take a couple of phone lines, but I want to just refresh everyone's mind.
Are all systems go for November 19th and Sergey Kovalev?
That's what it looks like to me, baby. I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. I want to be the light heavyweight champion of the world. I had to get past his step. He got past his step. So I'll see you in November. I feel like, I've been doing this 22 years, and if I'm not ready to fight the best now, I'll never be ready. So I've been preparing for these moments since I've been a kid. So, of course, I'm ready.
Yeah, I see he's ready, and I'm ready too. You mean the fight against Chilemba was like similar how it's going to be against Andre Ward. He's a very great champion, and he proved it's today. I just want to say let's do it November 19th.
Yeah, of course. I think you can say that. You got to respect Sergey for the way he's gotten to where he's gotten. He hasn't had any soft touches. He wasn't protected, and he wasn't really pushed by the media. He's a guy that should get a lot more credit than he has. And the winner of that fight, I believe, could possibly be pound for pound number one.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you, Sergey. Thank you, Andre. Congratulations.
Pound for pound number one, does that really make them that?
Very quickly. Sorry, go on, Casual.
I was going to say no, because pound for pound is put together by the people. But does it rank them number one in their division? I would say yes.
Good. Yo, good answer, because you're right, because we went through the pound for pound, and if you haven't checked that out, check it out on iTunes. And while you're there, drop us a 5-star review, because we've gotten a few that we're going to read. But, we went over that in the pound for pound show, and one of the criteria, Wingy, is popularity.
Yeah, with regards to pound for pound, on the TBV pound for pound list, this does make them number 1 and 2. It does make the number 1 pound for pound, doesn't it? Because, on the TBV, and on my list it does. For other people, I can understand. One thing I want to quickly pick up there, what Kovalev said. It's quite interesting when he said that he thinks this fight is going to be like the Chilemba fight. I don't know if anyone picked up on that. So that's quite interesting. He mentioned about Chilemba fight. But yeah, for me, number 1 pound for pound. But there's some people who disagree with that, I know.
I think that was just a way.
I'm sorry, James. I just want to say quickly, for a guy with no personality, DK, right, which means supposedly, that was pretty cool sarcasm when he was like, "Oh, you mean the way the fight's gonna be similar to the Chilemba fight with Andre Ward?" Like the way that he said it, you knew he was being sarcastic. Like, yeah, people said that the last fight was boring. Oh, you mean like the way the war fight's gonna be, because he's gonna run too. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to read between the lines. You got to see his sarcasm. I like Kovalev because, like James said, he's not afraid to go to enemy territory. I mean, there he was in Oracle again, getting booed. He's got his mom there. They're booing her. I mean, this guy's he knows how to be a bad guy. And unfortunately, he just doesn't know enough English to, because look, this was supposed to be promotion. I mean, we begged for this, right? We want other fighters to come into the ring. Here, HBO invited him to the ring, and it was still like a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it's just the language barrier. That's the only issue. But I liked how he shook Ward's hand. I liked how he showed respect. I've got to give him kudos for that. That was good. Good gesture. It's just about the fight. He's not going to be able to promote it. He's only going to be able to promote it to a certain degree due to the language barrier. But for me, it's just about the fight. So let's just get it on now, man.
About that handshake, I don't know if anybody noticed, right? But I think I was talking to MD earlier this afternoon, and I'm like, yo, the handshake, right? I'm looking at Kovalev, and he's smiling. He's very inviting, very friendly looking. He's up there. He's happy. I'm happy you took this fight. I'm happy you signed this contract. Finally, I get what everybody has been saying that I need, a legitimate name on my resume. And I was also happy to see Andre Ward with a different look on his face. He didn't have a smile. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that game face that he had on during that Max Kellerman post-fight interview. I wanted to see that serious face that he did have. I thought he was mean-mugging Kovalev. I don't know if it's me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Maybe I'm going too much into it. But he definitely didn't look as friendly or as inviting as Kovalev did. But again, neither man did enough to sell it right there with us. I mean, it's in our face. He didn't do enough. Did he do enough? Is this another case of Terrence Crawford dropping the ball? This is pay-per-view. I mean, they're asking us to spend $70 on this stuff.
Well, was it enough? It's enough that we know that they are gonna fight. Yeah, they should have did something tougher, but I saw the same face you did, and the response, the vibe was more like, yeah, I guess we're gonna see each other November 19th. We meet again, we see each other again. So enough meaning like what Tyson Fury did. Now they didn't meet up to that, but I think they did enough for those that watched the fight all the way through. That interview made every IG boxing fans timeline, because I saw that several times on my timeline.
Yo, I think the biggest problem is that they both respect each other. I mean, realistically, they could have made a sham about this. They could have pushed each other and made it like a blown-up thing. But I think both of these dudes, I mean, obviously Ward was more serious because he just got done fighting 12 rounds with somebody. So, of course, that adrenaline's pumping. But at the same time, I'd rather this kind of respect for each other and get a good fight than that bullshit back and forth like Paul Malignaggi and Adrian Broner. And it almost seemed forced at times. So I don't mind it when I see this.
I like a bit of a push and a pull, but on this occasion, for these two guys, I think it's fitting that they're respectful. But I still, other stuff, I don't mind a little bit.
Yo, when it's real, though, I don't mind it at all. Like Fernando Vargas versus Ricardo Mayorga, when there's that hatred, yo, I get sucked in. But when it's fake.
Ricardo Mayorga.
Fake,
That's
you can tell.
a good name, James. Ricardo, he reminded me, that guy.
Oh, but yeah.
Yo, dead serious. Just he's not stomping in the corner when he's getting hit in the face and doing crazy shit. Yo, but that style, you're right. He looked just like Ricardo Mayorga. Yo, and Ricardo Mayorga gets knocked out, and that man's tough as fuck. So Andre Ward should have stepped it up.
What's the over-under? I don't even like that saying, what's the over-under, but we need another phrase that's like, what's the over-under for how many more times we see Brand now? Like, now that he's been introduced to the world, because you know how it works. Other promoters are now going to use him. Like, we might see him versus Dominic Wade now on a comeback fight. Or, no, this was light heavyweight. Yeah, I mean, he can still go back. Even Andre Durrell might all of a sudden see this guy because he was on it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So, like, what's the over-under in your opinion? Do we see him back? Did he do enough to maybe merit another B-side versus another 168 or 175-pounder on some U.S. television? Do we see him again?
Interesting, because when he was fighting, a lot of people didn't like it. I am surprised by the negativity to the fight. So on his negative style of fighting, you could say, I don't know if people are going to pick up on that. I don't know if that's going to get him the fight. If he'd have pushed it in those last few rounds, but it was quite defensive. He wasn't as wild and crazy and aggressive as I was kind of expecting him to be. So I don't know if he gets picked up again, James.
I mean, I put him on that, I guess, what is that, Eldir Alvarez cat? When, the fight fell through with Dawson. Maybe eventually this fight comes down, but I think he's going to be more of that gatekeeper shit. I don't know if he's able to move to the PBC side, but someone like him for David Benavidez, if he was to move back down, because I think that Andre Ward pulled him up from the division. But whatever. If he fought someone like David Benavidez who fought over the weekend, I wouldn't be upset about it. He's a gatekeeper. To me, he's not a contender. He's not a prospect.
Ooh, Benavidez, they might use him for Benavidez. Oh, no, but that's the other side. All right, so let's open up these phone lines. Let's break it up a little bit. We have our questions. We're going to obviously move accordingly, okay, people? And I believe it is Boxing MD that was first. So talk to us, brother.
So before people give interviews, right, don't they usually say you should give 2 or 3 compliments before you ask a question, right? Yes or no?
Okay.
I never heard it, but I guess okay.
Okay, so I'll say 3 nice things about Andre Ward before I get into the analysis, so I'm not called a hater. I like that they showed him show some emotion about his family situation, because I always encourage boxers to tell a story and show emotion, because it gets the casuals, attention.
MD, what? I'm trying not to cut you off, but by saying that you're going to meet the quota, not to be a hater, you're being a hater, right? Like,
can I at least say my 3 casual?
Of course.
My 3
No, you have me entertained. I didn't know if you knew or not.
Okay. I really like the his I guess his apparel, like what Jordan did. He had nice gloves. I liked his trunks. Jordan does a really fresh job at outfitting him. And I also really liked the respect, at least, even though Ness interpreted it as being, kind of like angry or mean mugging. I like kind of like the respect that they both gave to each other after the fight. So, that's the 3 compliments, right? So, in regards to the fight, I think James mentioned this earlier. He's switching to southpaw. Did you notice when he switched to southpaw, he didn't jab one time? He kind of had his right hand out, like, as a range finder, and I think that was where he tried to knock out Alexander Brand. And I say that because he has no right hand. It doesn't really exist. When he throws his right straight, which he does sometimes, he throws it technically right, but he doesn't extend the arm as far as I would like to see for me to say that he has a healthy shoulder. So I'm like, I don't know where people are saying that his shoulder's okay. I haven't seen his shoulder really 100% since he had this shoulder operation. And James, you're a boxing trainer. Do you see where I'm coming from with that?
I think James has slipped away for a bit, bro, but carry on.
Okay, so Wingy, did you see that?
Do you know what? After you saying that, I'm actually thinking back on the fight. I'll probably have to watch it again, but it is an interesting point. I'm going to watch the fight again. Carry on.
Okay, so is it a knockout or bust? I mean, I said Brand was brought in there to get knocked out, and I understand Andre Ward is not a power puncher, but sometimes when a guy's so overmatched, cutting the ring off and throwing clean punches is enough to sometimes get a guy out there. But I understand what the him not having power is much harder to get the guy out of there. But personally, it is what it is. A lot of people are disappointed. Was it a bust? I don't know. It's irrelevant, I guess, because we're getting the big fight next. But it is important to note that I don't know what the official figures are, but Alexander Brand got paid $30,000 to fight, which I don't understand how a guy could face the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world and only get paid $30,000. I mean, to me, like I was envisioning like the Cinderella Man, where James Braddock fighting in the Great Depression was getting just enough money so he could put his energy back on and get food. I mean, honestly, $30,000 pre-tax, pre-promoter cut is really scarily bad. I don't know.
Well, a lot of Ward's money probably goes to the church. He's a man of God. He's giving out that money,
Well, I mean, the ratio, if you want to do the math, it's like he's getting like a 97-3 split. And I know Alexander Brand's nothing, but, I mean, the guy, like, I don't know. Hopefully HBO and Roc Nation paid for his hotel and flight coming over, because that $30,000, that budget would be entirely taken back. But I don't know what people are saying is, like, how much was he getting paid in his fights before? I just, $30,000 is it's really sad, man, to see the pound-for-pound #1 boxer in the world pays a guy $30,000.
Why are you even saying the pound-for-pound? So Ward is the one giving out the money
Ward's
now.
team. I'm not putting it on Andre Ward. I'm not saying Ward himself goes into his pockets and pays. I'm saying that the state of boxing, the state of HBO, could only pays a guy to face the #1, at least according to the Boxing Voice callers, the #1 pound-for-pound boxer, $30,000. It's just, I'm not saying, it's just the state of boxing. It's the state of HBO, which we all have said this multiple times, seems to be getting out of boxing, which goes to this pay-per-view fight. And again, based on these numbers, like, I think that this should be an HBO Championship Boxing match, because it will only do, I think it'll do between 100 and 150,000 pay-per-view buys. And I don't know how much they're paying them, but this is what we have to expect with everybody but Canelo. That the pay-per-view numbers aren't going to be in the $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 range. I mean, it's just not happening. So it'll be interesting. In Las Vegas or New York, I think, Nestor, we discussed this earlier, like, Kathy Duva will for sure not let the fight be in Northern California. That's not happening. Las Vegas, like James said, it'll be hard to get a sell. I mean, Vegas, I don't see it selling out. To get to Vegas, you have to fly from Northern California or drive 10 hours. I don't know the exact time. It's not a close drive at all. So it'll be a tough sell in Vegas. But realistically, the attendance will be the best in New York City. But again, that'll be in Kovalev's hometown, because when I was at the Kovalev-Bernard Hopkins fight in Atlantic City, there was an overwhelmingly large portion of the fans, obviously some from Philadelphia, but a lot came down from New York City to see Kovalev because there's a lot of Eastern European Russians that live in New York City. So we'll probably end up seeing it in maybe Los Angeles. That's my guess. LA. Staples.
I just don't get where you get these numbers from that Ward or Kovalev would somehow do well in New York City.
Because when I was at the Atlantic City, they came from it. You know how far Atlantic City is from New York?
I don't. But that doesn't matter to me because I've been watching more Hopkins fights in Atlantic City than you, and Hopkins always does 9,600. Like that's an easy number for him. So
I'm just saying that there was a lot of Russian. Ness, there was like 30 fights in that stadium.
I was there. I don't remember a lot of Russians.
You don't remember a lot of Russians?
I don't. Not you. You said there was. What was the word? The phrase you overly whelming or something like that? You just
overwhelming and overwhelming. That's the word.
Something you said right now, and you was like, but there were some people from Philly. I'm like, what? Hopkins is legend down AC, bro. Like almost all his fights are there because he does well in AC.
Yeah, nobody's arguing that Kovalev was the A side in that fight. Obviously, B Hop's a legend. Nobody's saying that. I'm saying that if you put the fight in Vegas with personally, this is the biggest fight since Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather. Like it's a huge fight, but it's a hardcore fight, and it's a tough sell in Vegas. And I don't see people, especially the Andre Ward fans.
Cut it.
Yeah, you've been burning.
I mean, you're up.
Time to go.
I mean,
what's good, fellas?
What's going on?
What up?
Yo, and D made a good point, yo. You know, it's not that I like to disagree with him, but I do like to agree with his point. I think that's a sad state when my man is only getting 30 grand and Ward is getting, you know, it's nobody's fault. I'm just saying, it just says what it says. But on to the fight. I think it was what it was. We have nothing to complain about because of November 19th. If November 19th is happening, we got nothing to complain about. If either one of these cats pull out because of injury, then we have a problem. You know, I think,
as of right now, the fight is official. Press releases have gone out.
Sure.
Everything is official.
Sure. And I'm an optimist. I speak very highly of both these guys. I think, and you know, my man that did the spontaneous show that day, it's further to your point, Ness, when you talk about you still got to sell the show. Again, to MD, we have to look at the state of boxing when they're telling us this fight is going to be pay-per-view, and then nobody's going to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to sell it? Kovalev can't speak English to sell it. You know, Ward is too humble to sell it. You know, like, who's going to sell this fight? You know, it's only us that really know and want to see in our minds pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? The fight that's really, you know, going to count. And I don't think the winner of this fight is necessarily number one on the top of that list. I think that if Ward wins, it confirms that he's number one. If Kovalev wins, it doesn't automatically make him number one, but it definitely puts him perhaps in the top 5, pound for pound. Definitely.
Yeah, but then who would you have number one then if Kovalev wins? That doesn't make sense. If Andre Ward beats Kovalev, he becomes number one. But if the fighter who beat the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world doesn't become number one in your eyes, especially when he's already in the top 5 in most people's lists?
No. That sounds like one of my man fight doctor's lineal arguments. You got to be to me, it does not put Kovalev as the pound for pound. If he beats Andre Ward, you know what that says? He's damn good. Fight a few more fighters. That's just like Kell Brook. Just because you beat Sean Porter, and again, it's a different degree of fighter, but you can't, Buster Douglas. You can't be a pretty good fighter, very good. Kovalev is not great right now. He's a very good fighter, okay? If he beats Andre Ward, that makes him in the argument and the discussion of great fighters, because then he'll have to clean out whoever's in 175 and then he'll be great. He beats Ward and a couple other names, he'll be great. But he can't just beat Ward and all of a sudden he's the guy. That doesn't happen.
I think it does. Happen.
What's out to Ward?
I think he becomes the guy, not the guy pound for pound number one, but the guy that everybody's going to want to beat to then, maybe get Ward after that.
But who's to say that we can't argue the other side? Like is saying and say, well, Ward isn't really a light heavyweight, and he didn't even carry his power up. He couldn't even knock out Alexander Brand.
Yo, but there's an excuse for every win that's out there. I mean, realistically, you could talk about how Lucas Matisse was in battles with someone, but to me, that doesn't take away from what Postal was able to do against him. If you go out there and you beat someone like Andre Ward, because I'm so high on Andre Ward, I'm picking him to win this fight. If Kovalev beats Andre Ward, Kovalev becomes number one. To me, this is the battle for number one.
I agree with James. I agree with
Only
James.
because the top 5 pound for pound, almost everyone in Kovalev in the top 5. This isn't Terrence Crawford, arguably pound for pound, fighting Victor Postal. This is two people that are high up in the rankings. These two guys, this isn't just the two best in the division. They're the two best, arguably, in the world fighting each other. I think the winner of this fight becomes number one pound for pound.
If Kovalev beats Ward, he becomes number one pound for pound. Simple as that. To me, it's not even a really difficult argument, in my opinion. It's Andre Ward that he's beating. I understand the argument that a few more good fighters on Kovalev's resume would be good, but for me, if you beat the man, you become the man, and that's the way I look at it with the Fury-Klitschko thing. Fury, to me, he's the man in heavyweight. He done it. It's unfair to say if Kovalev goes in there, beats Ward, he doesn't take that slot. I can't do that.
And name one other fight out there that's a better win for someone than Andre Ward having Andre Ward scalp under your belt. There's no better win in boxing right now. Cal Brook, you can name Sean Porter, Keith Durham. I still think Andre Ward's scalp is better than any of those fighters if you beat them.
I agree.
I agree with that too.
I think the only comparison would be a Mayweather and a Pacquiao, because it's like Mayweather, Pacquiao, Ward in terms of skill, and separating them. But again, though, I mean, look, Ward was that good at 68, man. We talk about Terrence Crawford being great, like others, because they're moving up in weights. That's what makes you pound for pound. It's like, oh, he moved up and dominant. This would be Ward's first time moving up. I mean, aren't we ourselves getting carried away? He was at that division for a long time. Let's stop acting like, is he great? We only seen him do it in one division. Floyd did it at 30, 35, 40, 47, 54. Guys, Pacquiao, all those divisions, all these guys have showed us why they're great. Terrence Crawford is showing us why he's great. He's doing it division after division versus everybody's best, right? But, like, you're talking about one guy moving up one division. But
it's not getting carried away, because he's going to be... You said he's done it in 168. Let's see what he does in 175. He's going for the top guy in 175. So if he beats Kovalev, he's done it in 175 now, because that's the top guy.
Well, he's got to do it, don't he?
Adonis Stevenson, piece of shit. Come on.
All right, let's get back out to these phone lines. We got the one, the only, and sir, I'm speaking to you, okay? So please speak into the microphone, okay? Don't assume that you sound good. No, all right?
Hello?
So, the one, the only, Blackface.
Good evening, everyone listening, the past, present, and future. Yeah, I watched the fight. It was a decent fight. It wasn't really, that exciting, but once you get to this level, you haven't got to worry about excitement anymore. The only thing you can worry about is winning, and winning only. I think based on that performance, Kovalev was based on the pound for pound list that we did last week or something like that. I had Kovalev as my number one pound for pound. But based on the performances that I've seen now, I favour Ward. I think Ward will beat him. In regards to the winner of this fight, does take the number one pound for pound spot. When you beat a guy, you take his ranking. If I'm ranked number 102 in the world and I beat the number 2 guy in the world, I am now the number 2 guy in the world. You take his spot as far as I'm concerned. All that stuff about, he doesn't necessarily take his spot and he doesn't come pound for pound is stupid. This isn't like any other sport. This is like an individual sport. When in individual sports, when you beat someone who's ranked above you, you take his spot. This isn't like, football where, you've got a league and you beat the best team, but you're still not necessarily going to be the best team in the league, because you can go and, lose to some other idiot. That it doesn't work like that, because it's a league structure. This is, as you know, you fight this guy and then fight this guy and fight this guy. You beat the best guy, you take his spot as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that was just a quick call really. I just realised as well, Ness, you look like D'Lo Brown from wrestling. You remember D'Lo Brown?
No, I don't. But was he buff? I'm gonna look him up right now.
I remember D'Lo Brown.
Type of it. You look like D'Lo Brown from D'Lo Brown. D-L-O Brown.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yo, was he part of the Nation of Domination? Is that what that was?
He looks fat to me, man.
No,
that might be a UK wrestling.
Nah, I mean, he obviously ain't really make it because I never heard of this dude. But he looks a little overweight. But I would take his traps, depending what picture we looking at. But he looks very overweight in most of the pictures. You're trying to call me?
Yeah, D'Lo Brown was a beast, man. D'Lo Brown was a beast.
All right. I'll take the compliment, Blackface. Thanks for calling in. You got your outro or what?
If someone looks at you and says you look familiar, tell them you used to do porn movies.
You're a weirdo. I like that one. Larry from San Francisco, talk to us, brother.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's Larry out in the Bay Area. Hey,
Larry.
Jamison Rocket, you back on the show. You know the show is big when he's on.
Oh, no, I just missed one Sunday. I'm only on Sundays for right now. I'll be back on Thursdays in about a week. I'll be good then.
No, I'm lightweight messing with you. It's always good to have you on. Hey, a couple things. But he was strong, but he was also an aerial guy. He got on the top ropes and the frog splash and all that. So that's a pretty good compliment athletically, to say the least.
All right, like I said, Larry, I'll take it.
Yo, that was the Nation of Domination, right? Am I wrong about that or what?
No, you were right. The Rock was in the Nation of Domination back in the day. Him and D'Lo and Farouk.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I used to watch WWE or F back in the day, but that's it. That's all I got. I don't watch it anymore, so that's all I got.
Hey, man, as long as the dude was looking right, man, because I'm working hard over here.
No, brother, and keep up the good work. But a couple things. One, big ups to the Boxing Voice once again. I appreciate the show. The forum to talk boxing is very important to me. Most of my friends don't like fighting or boxing, so asking for the boxing is appreciated. Thank you. Second of all, I disagree, unfortunately, with most of the people. I was grateful to see he was a smooth operator.
Yo, are you breaking up, brother?
Yeah, Larry, your connection is real bad. You want to call back in, man? I'm trying to bear with it, but I was glad someone else said something.
Yeah, it's breaking up.
407, you're up, Orlando. 407, Orlando.
He's sick.
All right.
Yo, Ness, just a quick one. People, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Get the likes up for the show. Share the show. Get the likes up. TBV, the best podcast. You got the whole team here, man. The whole team, we're here, man. Hit that like.
That's right. Enrique, it's time.
It's time. It's time to read this comment that came through. And a thumbs up, right? Right, Nestor Gibbs?
Yes, sir.
And where did we get?
5-star review on iTunes is what it is.
5-star review we got. It's titled Pound for Pound Show, thumbs up. Chazo from Crown Heights, shout out to you. Comment was, first time listener through a friend. The Pound for Pound Show taught me officially what pound for pound is. LOL for laugh out loud. Casual fan, I can relate. He filled in the blanks. Thanks, Wingy. What does chocolate brownies and Kell Brook have to do with fighting each other or Triple G? Ness is very political. Great show, guys. Thanks. You got a new listener.
And that's all we want.
And that's all we want. 5 stars.
Conversions. Let's see. Let's go out to Coach Mitty somewhere in another country.
Hello?
Coach?
Hello.
Coach? All right, moving on. Hamish?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. Who is this? Where are you calling from?
Yo, first time caller from New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh!
Hold on, baby. We got to give you this intro. You know the tradition, right? How long you been listening?
Oh, maybe like 2 months, guys. But
Loosen up them shoulders.
Yeah, loosen up the shoulders, baby.
Get ready for this intro.
About to come out. There's about 13,000 in the Barclays Center, okay?
Mm-hmm.
From New Zealand to the Barclays.
The Jumbotron is behind you.
This is it, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, coming in hot from New Zealand, pound for pound number 2 over here behind Joseph Parker. but I'm gonna get him one day.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Right behind Joseph Parker, so he's putting Parker above him. I like.
I won't buy the fight because he didn't say his name.
Yo, but he said he's gonna murk him. Is what he's gonna do. He's gonna take
gonna
out
murk
Joseph Parker.
I don't know. That might be a 20,000 pay-per-view.
Name? What do we call you?
Hamish is.
Oh, Hamish.
Plain as.
Hamish. All right, Hamish. Well, talk to us, brother. Matter of fact, before let me interview you. How is the boxing scene out there? Like, how do you get your fix? Before us, obviously, what were you doing in terms of boxing?
Man, it's real low key out here. It's like, it's not a big scene. I just stumbled across you guys after the Khan Canelo fight one day on YouTube and like been watching ever since.
So other than that, do you get anything on television?
Oh yeah, we get them like delayed. So the Ward fight's coming on like Wednesday night or something. But yeah, like boxing isn't as big as like it should be in New Zealand.
Damn, you're not getting it till Wednesday?
Damn.
Not till Wednesday, man.
Fuck. Does it ruin it for you that we review the fight before you even got to watch it?
That's how he gets his fixed.
Kinda. Like we can stream it sometimes, and sometimes like see like the Khan Canelo fight, we got that live, but like it's real hit and miss. Only like the big fights we get.
Bro, you need to get on Twitter and hit me up for that stream if you need it.
Yeah, man. You got a family over here, man. This is a community, B. Find James, man. He's a stream king.
At Jamison Rocket. I cut my cord 2 years ago, so I've been streaming ever since. So hit me up.
Nah, free 99.
Oh, just a quick question. Can you guys understand me well because of my accent or all that? I was like,
yo, you sound fine.
What's going over here, brother?
In America, everyone has an accent.
Yeah.
You better not be saying that because you're faking it.
I know. Oh, is this a prank call? Uh-oh, now I'm scared. All of a sudden he's going to say, ha-ha, it's me, guys.
It's Wood.
It's Wood.
That would be crazy. Wood, you're a great actor.
Oh, man.
So you didn't see the Andre Ward fight, so you wouldn't know if it's a bust or a good fight.
I saw some of it streaming, but real shit quality.
Right.
It was pretty shit, pretty boring. But look, I like Ward, and I'm picking him to beat Kovalev, but it was a pretty bad performance from him. I just have a feeling Ward could get robbed on the cards for some reason. But do you guys think it's possible Ward could even win if he got like knocked down by Kovalev, even if he was boxing his head off?
I mean, his fighting style allows for that. I mean, he usually, when he beats you, when he's fighting on the outside, he racks up these rounds. That's why we see these lackluster rounds where he's still beating him, but not doing so much. He knows when to turn it on to win the round and come back. So his fighting style does allow for, I think, a knockdown or two, just like Erislandy Lara would have done against someone like Alfredo Angulo. He just gets enough rounds in the bank.
I don't even think that listen, I'm just gonna recommend people not be fearful. I don't think that Ward has anything to worry about. I think Ward's the beast. I mean, the A side here. And if anything is going to happen, it's going to happen in his favor. Ward is the last gold medalist, okay? I mean, Let's hope that Shakur can bring it home for us. I mean, I know, Clarissa, you did it and everything, but until they start taking women seriously, like, I mean, she really can't do nothing with it, and we need another guy, right? So Ward, they even put him, like you said, Wingy, earlier. He commentates and everything. Like, they're using him. Kovalev, he's really, at this point, like, he's a prop right now. He would be Ward's trophy. Like, oh, he beat this guy because he just, his ceiling is there because he can't reach more people because of that language barrier, I think. Unless you can tell me, other than a Spanish champion, someone that's reached the masses not being able to really connect with them.
Yo, but I will say, though, knocking out someone like Andre Ward, if Kovalev's going to win this, I think he's going to knock him out. I think that win is more, I guess, it would make Kovalev a bigger star for knocking out Andre Ward. If Ward goes in there and outboxes Kovalev, I don't think that win is necessarily in the eyes of casual and people out there. Andre Ward did what he needed to do. But if Kovalev knocks out someone like Andre Ward, I think Kovalev then becomes the perceived big monster.
New Zealand, I have a question for you.
He didn't knock out Bernard Hopkins. Ain't no way he knocking out a younger version.
Yo, who knocked out Bernard Hopkins, though?
But he knocked him down.
He ain't
nicely.
knocked out Bernard Hopkins. Ain't no way he knocks out.
Close to that last round though. Hopkins was taking.
He landed some
So you
popping shot.
You picking knockout?
I'm not picking a knockout. I'm waiting.
Casual. You casual. Be casual. Go for the knockout.
No, I could be expecting a casual would expect a knockout, but Andre Ward, being on the show and just learning about him, I was thinking more swaying towards like boring fight, pick and choose, stay out the way.
I think
you ain't learned that boring fight shit over here. We like boxing matches.
Yeah, so let's be Let's be.
We still got the caller on the line. We still got the caller.
Caller, I have a caller question. Caller, you're from New Zealand. Who you have ranked higher on your pound for pound list, Kovalev or Ward?
You got to give it to Ward. And if Ward wins, he's definitely pound for pound number one. If Kovalev wins, he's number two. He's got to do. He might be number one. It's just arguable, but
behind who though? Who's the other person?
The other person is Triple G, Kovalev and Triple G.
No, it's not Triple G. Don't bring that up.
Crawford and Triple G are the runner-up.
Yeah, they're number three on the Boxing Voice. We have a Boxing Voice. The people have spoken.
I agree with James. Yeah, I have Pacquiao number three. I think number three. I got Pacquiao.
Those are the only right now. These are the three right now. Kovalev is Ward and Pacquiao.
That's what I've got. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
But your single votes don't matter anymore. That's why we're collective.
But I got a voice, and that's what I'm going to exercise. That's what the American judicial system has been showing me.
Go on, James.
Lately.
But that voice was heard at the voting system. That's
exactly. People have spoken.
Yo, it doesn't mean I can't get on my soapbox. I'll get on my soapbox, and I'll tell you my pound for pound right now.
Go on, James. Jab him.
You have to round you guys up. That's like a rebellion.
That's what we do, yo. You like Star Wars? Why do you like Star Wars? Because of the rebellion. You like the rebellion.
Caller. Sorry, go on, caller.
You better go before we rob you for your call.
You know how you say it comes down to popularity as well. You got to remember if GGG goes and ices Brook in like one round, he's going to gain so much from that in popularity as well. So he'd go number one. Not in my eyes. I'd say Ward all day. But like if Kovalev wins, he's got to do one more thing and then he'd cement number one. But it's just iffy if he beats Ward. It's also how spectacular it is as well. So if he ices Ward, knocks him out easy, then he's definitely it's real arguable. Like if he went on and beat Ward and then beat Stevenson, then he's like it's cemented. But it depends on other things like how well Triple G goes and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh,
hey, just for the record.
You guys were saying earlier in the show this was Brand's first loss. It's actually his second.
He has split decision, right? Yeah.
Lost about to Jack.
It was a split decision, yeah.
That was James' first loss by accident, though.
Hey, just for your record, Manny Pacquiao's number 4 on the TBV pound for pound list.
That's right.
Not the JRM.
Crawford number 5.
Who's number 1 and number 2?
Andre Ward is number 1. Triple G and Kovalev are tied at number 2.
Yo, how can this fight not be the number 1 pound for pound if you got 2 of the top 3?
It is, James. It is.
We just needed to refer to our list.
And just so you know, on Ring Magazine, number 2 and number 4, Kovalev is number 4. Ward is number 2.
All right. Hey, Hamish, man, thank you for calling in and thank you for being a first-time caller. Let's get back to Larry. See, did he get it together? Larry, talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Appreciate this. To come back to me. Okay, real quick. I can't say I enjoyed the fight last night, but I'm not writing the eulogy on Ward like others are. I thought he looked good. Looked like Andre Ward was smooth. Was working the jab. I like the fact that he was throwing the right hand and landing it. Now, with that said, not landing it with any power, which is why he went southpaw and trying to get the knockout. But all in all, I was fine. I definitely am not changing my view of the Ward Kovalev fight based off that, just like I wasn't based on the Chilemba Kovalev fight either. Also, real quick, I don't know if Amin's having a bad day today, but absolutely, Kovalev is number 1 pound for pound if he beats Andre Ward, and likewise Ward if he beats Kovalev. If you're already in the top 5 and you beat number 1 or number 2, how can you not be number 1? Kovalev can box. He's got power. He dominates. He fits all the criteria, checks all the boxes. No way in Hades he's not number 1. That's all I got today, though, fellas. Appreciate it, and catch you next time.
All right, Larry. Thanks for making it short and sweet, man.
Larry.
Orlando, we coming back to you. We back. Talk to us. Orlando. And by Orlando, I mean this.
Anderson.
407.
Here. Bueller.
He's sick.
407. Because this call has been brought to you.
Hey, my bad, man. I'm here.
Hey, what's up, brother?
But yeah,
Here.
not much. My bad. I'm trying to get my shit together.
I feel you. I can hear it. So what's up? Bus is a bus or is a good fight last night?
Yeah, it was alright. I liked it or whatever, but I just couldn't help but to think, like, I didn't expect Ward to knock him out just because he don't knock nobody out, So even though that man was old and everything, I just never expected it, I felt like it kind of just was a fight that he took or whatever. He knew he was going to win and it was an easy fight. But I feel like he took that to get some more rounds in, get those arms and shit or whatever for the big fight.
So Crawford Postal, they scored 50K. You think Kovalev Ward is going to break that or even go into the 100,000s?
Yeah. I think that it'll make it to the 100,000s only because you got Kovalev, Andre Ward. That's just a big fight. Like, to me that's the most relevant fight that's happening right now. Because I just think it's the most relevant one. But
Las Vegas or New York City, which one you think is going to go to?
Las Vegas, just because all the big fights go there.
All right.
I'm like, if it go to New York, that's like, I don't know, ain't that like where Roc Nation and all that stuff at?
Yeah, Roc Nation, New York. So that would be, you would say that's Andre Ward's territory, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could help promote and give maybe a little bit more pay-per-views for Andre Ward's side, but I feel like it's just going to be a thing where the real boxing fans going to watch the pay-per-view. And maybe after this, whoever wins, they got a chance at being some type of pay-per-view star in the future. But I don't think there's going to be too many buys. I think it's going to be a good fight, though.
You going to buy it? Are you going to buy the fight?
Yeah, I feel like it's unnecessary.
Well, all right, 407, man. Thank you for calling in.
Next, quick question, bro.
What's your name?
Sid.
Sid?
Mashid, you a first-time caller?
Nah, I ain't a first-time caller. I just was busy doing some stuff today. I'm sitting here watching the B-Hop and Kovalev fight right now just to see how Kovalev was handling B-Hop movement and kind of what to expect from the Ward and Kovalev fight.
What did he say his name was? Anybody?
Mashad, like machete, but shorter than that. Mashad.
Hi, Mashad. Thanks for calling in.
Can I ask a quick question, bro? You are good friends with Jay-Z, right? Is he going to turn up and actually... is he going to turn up? I know this is a bit of a casual question, but I'm generally thinking, is he going to actually turn up and start to promote this fight for Ward and for Roc Nation? Because we're sitting here talking that these guys are not mainstream. Surely Jay-Z at least showing up, doing a little bit of promo, wouldn't that help for the casual eyes?
Jay-Z showed up for Cotto Canelo with
that's
the
what
wife
I'm saying.
Beyonce.
So this is the much bigger fight.
I'm really close with, but yeah.
What do you reckon, Nez? Do you think that'd happen, or is he just going to ignore the boxing and stick to his New Jersey Nets or whatever's going on?
It would help if he happens.
Look, he's come out to his other fight, right? He was at the January fight, so like this is a big one. This would be pay-per-views, just like when Cotto Canelo. I mean, he gonna come out.
That's what I'm asking. Good. I hope he does.
Got reps, you know what I'm saying?
We might also get some performances from like Rihanna and Fab and them.
Yeah, that would be dope though if they could get that off.
Sorry,
you guys keep forgetting he's got 99 problems and going to a boxing match ain't one. What the fuck? Come on.
You're right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we keep associating Jay with this shit, and he don't even deal with this little entity, man.
He don't, does he? That's what I was thinking. This is nothing on his radar.
It's probably a hobby.
I hope not. Yeah, right? Somebody in his family was like, yo, Jay, man, I'm tired of you giving me money, man. All right, yo, man, I'm going to just throw you Roc Nation Sports.
Yo, I hope it's not, it's like a step up above like a Subway franchise. Don't bring that evil over to us.
Oh, man.
Yo, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you deal with all this little boxing stuff and get right. Like,
Jay-Z's the great.
Uncle Jay.
He's pound for pound rapper though, believe it or not. Number
And
one.
he did drop that Mike Tyson line.
Yo, but Nas got him.
Anyway, sorry. I casualed it up. Carry on.
Casualed it out.
Casualed it out. Let me see. We got David all the way from Uruguay.
Estamos, como está Uruguay representando toda la vida.
¿Qué sopa?
How you guys doing? You good?
We're doing great.
Jiggy.
Good stuff, man.
I don't know
would say hi to all
Wingy,
of you, but there's loads of you tonight.
Too many of us to say hi, but I don't know what Wingy was talking about. Jiggy. I don't know. We haven't done that since Will from.
Yeah, jiggy means like you dress nice, I think, right?
I don't know what he means over there though.
Carry on, David. Go.
He might really mean jiggy like from Will Smith.
No idea. What Wingy's on.
Carry on, David.
Go.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it was the fight. I guess everyone expected it was going to be. I don't think there's. The only thing shocking about last night was Kovalev's sweater.
No, everyone was expecting a better performance than Kovalev Chilemba.
Yes, that is true. Good.
So
we were. We thought this was the
thing-
easier opponent, and that Ward would all of a sudden get a knockout.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, he still outboxed him, and you could say, oh, you know, it's only brand. But I've seen Ward do that same thing to world champions in the Super 6. I saw him do the exact same thing to Carl Froch, where he made him look like a turtle.
Well, look, if you look at the graph, only 44% picked decision. That means a lot of us thought, 35% thought he was going to get a KO because of the name. You know. So
Well, fair play to Brand. You know, 30K and he came to fight. You know, there were times where he could have, you know, given up or given less, but he you know, respect to Brand for coming and fighting.
They even insinuated that, right? When he was like asking what round it was, they made you feel like he was about to check out, and he ain't checked nothing.
Yeah, no, he was doing good.
He took some hard shots, man. I thought he took some hard shots.
Yeah, he took some really hard shots. And I'm looking forward to the Kovalev fight. For me, that's Christmas in November. But, I mean, I don't even think that's going to be a close fight, to be honest. I think Ward's style is completely wrong for Kovalev. And I don't think Kovalev has really done enough for me to really sort of, for Ward to really fear him, you know.
Damn, you're insinuating a blowout, though?
No, not a blowout. But I do think Ward's style is completely wrong for him. You know, if you can't hit the best chance Kovalev's got is landing a big shot. And if you can't hit Ward, what are you going to do?
What's the percentage-wise? We're looking at a graph right now with 98% saying Ward would have beaten Brand. What do you think that Ward's going to do? What is your percentage?
What, of him beating Kovalev?
Yeah, give me. Cause to me, it's like 60-40 Ward. I'm confident with Ward, but I'm not happy about picking it.
I'd even go higher than 60, to be honest. I mean, I just can't. But you know, and also, what's Kovalev actually done? His best wins over a 50-year-old Bernard Hopkins, and knocking out Cleverly to win the title. He's got 4 losses. You know,
Hopkins is a legend.
Yo, but he stopped John Pascal twice. Yo, Pascal is still credible.
Cleverly. He beat Nathan Cleverly, David. Come on, the beast.
He knocked out Cleverly. He didn't just beat him. He knocked him out.
No, we don't want to say that. He beat him.
The guys he beat are easy to hit. You can't hit Ward. He's not easy to hit. He's not there for you to hit.
Stand your ground, David.
How are you going to do it?
Stand your
What are you
ground,
gonna
David.
do?
Yo, but what offensive fighters have fought Andre Ward? Even Carl Froch, who has power, he's not very offensive throwing them thangs. Yo, what he does is he hits you with that one-punch power. Who has Andre Ward fought that's going to have the volume, at least that we saw against? Think about someone like with Bernard Hopkins and Kovalev. Kovalev threw on him.
I know he has volume. How do you know he has volume, though? You've got no evidence that he's got volume. Who has he beat? Like, the thing is, with Ward, you can say he had big fight after big fight in the Super 6, back-to-back, world champion after world champion. Who's Kovalev beat that makes you think he's going to genuinely be able to beat Ward?
Hopkins!
I think both knockouts of Pascal are to me higher credibility than the outboxing. Yo, the boxing of Hopkins. Hold on, real quick. Boxing Hopkins impressed me. It really did. But at the same time, knocking out a durable fighter like John Pascal is bigger to me twice than what he did against Hopkins. So I think that he can handle all types of styles. But I don't want to get it twisted. I'm going to hate on Twitter. I still think that Ward wins this, but don't discredit Kovalev.
Pascal ain't nothing like
I'm not
Ward.
discrediting.
But how can you discredit? I get that, but how can you discredit Kovalev?
Brock beat Pascal, and Ward made him look like a turtle. I actually thought Carl Froch had turned into a turtle during that fight. It was insane.
Yo, but I don't understand how you can discredit Kovalev. You can't. You can't. He's good.
He just hasn't beaten anyone. He hasn't beaten anyone that makes me think, oh yeah, he'll beat Ward. Ward, on the other hand, has beat people.
I think Kovalev's opponents. Hold on, Ness. Let me ask you then. Are Kovalev's opponents, his resume, better than Triple G's? Because I believe it is.
Yeah, I'd say so. But GGG doesn't even have that great a resume.
Oh, but yeah, okay, there we go. That's the diamond in the rough. We found it. We found what's going on here. He's crashing Kovalev and Triple G.
No. David's not like that. David's not like that.
But to be honest,
I'm just giving shit.
But
yeah,
to
I know.
I mean, no. Triple G, Kirk, yeah, Kovalev because of the Pascal wins. He's got those 2 Pascal ones, so that makes it better.
Yo, but even Cleverly has been doing shit. Cleverly did stuff with Funfara where it's like, damn, you got some chin, you got this, you got that. So to me, I don't think.
Now you giving extra credit for losing. Now you giving extra credit for losing.
Of course, that's what I do. You get credit for losing.
In the real world.
It is done in the real world, bro. You get an F. There's a difference between an F at 56% and an F at 12%. There's a difference between the two percentages.
David.
Empty is empty.
Yeah, Wingy.
What did you actually think of Ward's performance, looking at it from a technical standpoint? What was you impressed? Was it his worst performance?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. That's why I'm asking it.
What matters is November 19th.
So I know he's got it in him. It's just a warm-up fight.
That's it. Tell him, David. David, salute, man. I never seen this side of you, man. Bring this side more. Bring this side around more, man.
It's James. It's the emotional James bringing it out on me because he's making it out like GGG and Kovalev are gods and stuff. And it's
I'm not. It's the exact
David,
opposite.
swing it. David, swing it.
That's right, David. Tell him. He better come on and show.
Yo, no, he's coming over here talking about saying that, like, Andre Ward is this and that. He's discrediting everyone else. There's a difference. Like, I still think that Ward's going to beat him, but come on. You're sitting here talking about, like...
My girlfriend doesn't get as emotional as you do. My girlfriend doesn't get as emotional as you do over this shit.
Yo, I get emotional because I love the sport, and I get emotional over things I love. I'm sorry, I'm not like you, who's just indifferent and loves to call in and give people shit.
Levels of boxing, judge them fairly, James.
Don't just sit there and go, oh, Kovalev, oh, GGG, oh. You've got to judge people fairly.
But then don't go there and go, oh, Andre Ward what he needed, or he did what he needed to do. You're talking about a sparring partner. He got $30,000. He fought like a fighter that looked like he was $30,000 worth in the ring. So don't come over here and talk about that.
Right.
He went split
decision on a warm-up fight. I'm not going to judge Ward on a warm-up fight. I'm going to judge him on...
You're talking about a warm-up fight that we just got done watching him go 12 rounds with. If he's a warm-up fight, he knocks him out. He doesn't go 12 rounds with him. You're talking about sparring. Let's take Allen Iverson. You're talking about practice? Practice.
Split decision with Batu Jack.
Yo,
James
period.
Against the ropes, David.
Jack, yeah, exactly.
I want to see Al's. You take your Al. Take your Al.
He was up for the 12 rounds.
All right, hey, listen, David, I got to get to some other callers, but thank you for calling in and giving James a few rounds there, man. That was pretty good. Cincinnati 513, Homer Adrian Broner, talk to us. You're live. Cincy. Natty. Cincy.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Cincinnati.
What's good?
Damn, where you been at?
My bad, family. I'm listening on the headphones through the YouTube show, man.
Okay.
My bad.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit of a delay over there, but what's going on, man? Talk to us. This your first time calling in?
Hey, man. Nah, this Elohim Jeans, man. You know what it is,
Oh,
baby boy.
okay.
Let's go. We here.
Talk to us.
Hey, TBV, thumbs up, man. Love y'all show, man, as always. I usually call in when I'm pissed off about, the way something has happened in boxing, man, and I'm pissed off. This is my tell you why I'm mad, son, version. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty pissed off at this dude, Dan Raphael, man. Like, on my timeline, you know what I mean, last night, it was lit with all this hatred on my man Andre Ward, bruh. The hate was coming from everywhere, but Dan Raphael was going in on my dude, man. He was going in, man, and it disgusts me because him being a writer for one of the biggest, networks, in America and worldwide, he's supposed to write, on the good side for an American, champion who has, like you said, had a gold medal, is the last gold medalist that we have.
has been undefeated since age of 12. You're supposed to be big up, on a fighter like this. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be trying to get the casual fan to understand the skill level that this man presents anytime he gets into the ring. I personally love the fight. I like the fight because I like to analyze the boxer's skill, man. And
Good call.
Was trying his best. He was trying his best to get this KO. He really was. He landed everything you could think of, man. I mean, he hit the man with the left hook, with the right hook, the 1-2. He was giving him the belly shots. He tried his best, but this guy was game. Anytime you fighting a guy that has had over 400 fights, I mean, come on. There might be amateurs, but 400 fights, bro, you're going to be game. And your chin is going to be, pretty cast iron. You know what I'm saying? So, and like we all know, who does Ward really knock out anyway? He puts on a great show. He shows you the boxing skill and intelligence, and that's what you got to come to appreciate when Ward gets into the ring. You can't come in thinking he needs to go and knock this guy out for us to like him. Nah, that's not what we fell in love with in the first place with Andre Ward. We fell in love with Andre Ward because of his skill level, because of his IQ, because how he could turn on that dog. That dog can be unleashed. Anytime that dude Brand hit him, you can see that dog came out of him, man. He would double up on a punch anytime he got hit, and that's what I like.
And he started talking back to him as well, didn't he, at certain points?
Exactly. I mean, the hate level, though, bro. I mean, just from Dan Raphael myself, man. If I seen Dan, man, I would lay into that fat dude, man. For real, man. He's a hater, man.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm on TBV, so I'll hold back my opinions. But certain writers have agendas. That's all I can say with regards to that.
He definitely has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Enough on him. He gets no more shine. You know what I mean? My thing is, bro. Like if you would have put Kovalev in this fight with this guy that Ward just fought, Kovalev would have had problems with this guy, man. I mean, it's already evident he can't box slick boxes. He doesn't know how to keep up with these guys. He got lucky and knocked Bernard down, but that's only because Bernard was 75 years old, long in the tooth with it. You know what I'm saying? So you put him in the ring with Andre Ward, he's gonna get, man. Look, Andre Ward's gonna bring his A+ game, bro. You know it. Every time he fights on a level this magnitude, Andre Ward gives you his best. You know what I mean? He's not gonna sell and promote himself. That's just not what he does, and that's what these promotion companies are for. Honestly, they do a piss poor job of promoting these boxers. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the sport don't get as much hype as it should. These guys should be promoting a guy like that. Like you said, Jay-Z done invested all this money into a guy like that. He could show up at the Pac Mayweather fight with the bank, front row and everything, but you ain't even supporting your own man. Like, come on, this stuff gotta stop, man.
Man, I've got to get a soundboard to give you a power up, bro. Great call.
It is a great call, but we do have to get to some other people, man. What did you said? LOL Jeans? I just want to get the spelling right.
Elohim Jeans. It's Hebrew, bro. Elohim Jeans. God the Creator's Jeans.
Well, go ahead and spell it.
That's where it breaks.
Elohim.
You dig?
All right.
Elohim.
Elohim.
All right.
Jeans.
There you go. There you go. You know what it is, Casual. You up there in New York City. You know what it is.
The gods.
Well, since
but real talk, man.
Go ahead.
I love the show, man. You know what I mean? If you was gonna ask me something.
No. I just wanted to get to some other callers.
No doubt, man. Love the show, though.
Not that I don't love you. Not that I don't love your call, but we try to give everybody 3, and you're going on about 5:40 right now and counting. I got to use the stopwatch since we have so many callers, brother. It's nothing against you. People do take it personal, and that's why we had to break out the soundbite for those like you.
Just one of them days. Don't take it personal.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be taking it personal. Look, there's a lot of people. We got people in other countries waiting. I think Asim. I hope I'm right with that. With the Ali avatar, baby, talk to me. No, you gonna tell me just listening? Just listening. All right, so we got Entertaino.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, I got Ward. You know, he did a good job, but he could have got the knockout. I felt like he didn't push enough, like what Virgil was telling him. Throw more punches, throw more. You know, like just feint more so you can get him stuck in position, because he was doing a lot of moving around the ring. I don't like to say running, but you know, he's using his legs a lot. And I felt Andre Ward was not using enough feints to make him freeze so he can land that perfect punch to the temple area or to the chin and get the knockout, because the guy wasn't that good. He was just good at surviving. You know, he's a veteran. You know, you fought 400 times. You know how to fight. I don't care who you are. You know how to fight. But anyway, off that, I really feel that what I saw last night, to put him with Kovalev's mid-range game is superior. And Andre Ward, he's an all-around guy, meaning he can do everything inside, you know, outside, and mid-range. And I feel like whoever established the mid-range game with their jab, and they both have impeccable stab jabs, and that means where you feint up top and you shift your body with your jab low and hit them in the solar plexus, hit them in somewhere in the belly button area, and you freeze them, or the chest, and you freeze your opponent. You take the heart and the energy from your opponent throughout the rounds. And I feel like whoever does that consistently, they're going to end up taking the fight over from that point forward, no matter if it's round 4 or 5 or 6 on up. But just to get down to it, I don't see Andre Ward having any trouble if he boxes and be smart the whole entire time, using the perimeter of the ring, finding the range with his jab and landing and popping them like in and out, in and out. Now, if he sits there and he tries to bang with him consistently, trying to please the crowd, and you know he's on pay-per-view and all that, I feel like that's his downfall, because all it takes is one hard right hand. And like Bernard Hopkins said, if he doesn't learn how to nullify that right hand early in the fight, he will get knocked out, because he's never felt that type of power from a guy like Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev has long, lanky arm power, and people say that power is more deceptive than anything, because it's kind of like an illusion. You know, usually when you see a big buff guy, that's when you see the power. But anyway, what do you guys really think? Do you think that Andre Ward should use his inside game and stay on the inside and you know, do a lot of roughhouse tactics, or should he just box from the mid-range game and whatever happens, happens? You know, if he ends up getting caught, he gets caught, but at least he gave a good show, or keep the mid-range game and outbox Kovalev at his own game, because Kovalev's game is the mid-range game. He's not an inside guy, and he doesn't like to get backed up. So what do you guys got?
Me personally, I think it's a bit of a risky strategy. As you said, Kovalev's mid-range game is nice. He's got nice, strong, straight punches, and his power is applied at that mid-range, I feel. So for me, I want to see Ward get on the inside, tie Kovalev up, make it rough, let those shots go. I think Ward can fight him on the outside for selected portions, but I'd be more comfortable with a almost ugly-looking inside game. Doesn't really matter on the manner of the win for Ward, just get the win, and I think that's probably established around the inside. Casual?
I'm sorry. I want to see Kovalev be rough, you know, make it uncomfortable, hopefully, in that mid-range where he's comfortable, and go for a knockout. I want to see a war. I want to see them exchange. I want to see blood. I want to see Ward, you know, better than last night and better than any other performance. You know, everyone's talking about how exciting Ward is. You like to watch boxing, you slow down and see him. No, I want to see the one-on-one hit and miss and hit again, and Kovalev, you know, take a knee, stuff like that. Sorry, that's how I see it. I can't call it like you, Wingy.
Hey,
no, that's better than me, brother. More clearer.
I want to see thumbs up. I want to see shares. I want to see likes. I want to see love. My man Bruce just hit me up and said another 250 likes on this episode before it ends, and he does another on-demand show. And you know his other one on a pound-for-pound subject was hot. So if you guys get to that 250, Pittsburgh Brew doing another on-demandy, and guess who's off for the next 2 days?
Casual.
Oh, casual. Because Wingy's off for the next 2 days, so
I could do a morning show, I could do a nighttime show, I could do a midday show, I could do a morning and a nighttime show in the same day if you get those likes up.
Yo,
I could do a morning show from Monday through Thursday.
damn, thumbs all the way up for the availability of your favorite podcast.
What's your favorite podcast? Support it. Just click the like.
Now, I do want to address that. I want to say, look, Ward did everything that he could. Courtesy of Throwdown Fantasy Scoring, remember to get their app absolutely free to score all your fights. You could do live scoring and actually see, the damage on the app. As you can see from the stats, Ward threw a bunch more punches, 490 to be exact, while Brand only threw 285. Now, Ward landed 190. Brand only landed 45 punches. That's very sad. And Ward almost had a 40% connect ratio while Brand had just a 15%. So what these numbers that Wingy doesn't like to use indicate is that at least Andre Ward did try. Wingy, even though you don't believe in these numbers by a man sitting there clicking, can you at least agree with that?
Everybody's got their own methods. I think you put a bit much emphasis on me not agreeing with it. Yeah, cool. I'll go with the numbers. The numbers are good. I could see that with my own eyes, though, if I'm being honest. But yeah, numbers are good.
209, you're live on the Boxing Voice. Who's this?
Go.
209.
Yo, what's happening? It's me.
It is you.
Oh, it's your boy, Bo. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Bo, what's going on?
Nothing much. Yeah, man, everybody, hating on Ward's performance. I was just thinking about his opponent. How many times he ever been knocked out or knocked down, first of all? Like, has anybody even did it?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Ward was knocked down one time by Barnell Boom.
No, I said Brand.
Oh, Brand.
Yeah, I don't know. Brand lost before. Brand lost before against Badu Jack at 10-0. Badu Jack at 10-0 beat Andre or Brand.
I scored that fight a draw, the Badu Jack fight. It was a straight draw with Brand, in my opinion.
And
I didn't see that. That's why I'm glad Wingy's around, because I didn't see the fight at all. I just saw it on.
But Badu Jack was at 10 wins at that point. It was a different Badu Jack.
You can't even really assess that. Plus, it still was a split decision. It wasn't like he we're talking about how durable is what the call is trying to insinuate is we don't know how durable he is. He hasn't, we don't know him being on the ground. But the thing is that our panel is more like, well, the only thing we have to assess him off of is a Badu Jack that was 10-0 at the time. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Secondly, man, I'm like, hating on y'all on the East Coast, man. I hope this fight don't go to New York, man. I'm gonna be hot if it do, man. Like, man, I'm getting everything. You know what I'm saying?
So you want it in Los Angeles?
I'm like, man,
yo,
if y'all get that, I'm gonna be hot. But,
I do want a little bit of Vegas, though. You know what I'm saying? I do want a couple pool parties and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind it, man. So if they do it in Vegas, I'm happy.
Yeah, we can do it, man. I hope so, man, because I'm trying to meet y'all, man. It's
definitely.
But,
that's what we want to do,
talking
man.
About MD and the what's that?
I said that's what we want to do. We want to do another get together appreciation party in the West for the people that didn't get to make it to the East.
And now with the selling out in Vegas, it should be. I mean, if it's in Vegas or in LA, I think it's gonna do good numbers because I'm like, y'all got to think out here. I'm in the Bay or Northern California or whatever. It's a huge fan base for Andre Ward, and then Andre Ward got fans in LA. Now, if he push it, I mean, if he goes to Vegas, man, it's only 3.5 for the for the LA fans. It's only 7 hours for the Northern Cali fans. Like it'll be thick though, man. I hope they keep it in Vegas, man.
But you don't think that 7 hours is gonna hurt people? You don't think that 7 hours is gonna hurt people because they still got to catch?
Hell no, man. Look. Hell no, dude. Out here in the Bay, we push to Vegas like it's nothing. We push to Vegas like it's nothing. And I know. James could back me on that. People, we push out to Vegas, especially for Ward. We'll push out to Vegas. I got cats already got rooms booked up for the fight right now. We ready to rock. You feel me?
Yo, it used to be 5-6 hours to Vegas, but then there was this bridge built. And now it's 4 hours. So people love crushing Vegas. Yep.
It's only 4-hour drive for you because Boxing MD said it was 9 hours, 7 hours.
From Phoenix, shit, I'll get there in 3 hours and 30 minutes if I don't stop at every break.
No, I mean from the Bay.
Oh, from the Bay. Yeah, that's long because I was 14 from where I am.
But it's a beautiful drive, I heard.
Hours, bro. 7 hours. 7.
Yo, you know I'll do 7. You know I'll do 7. I'm road warrior status.
Hey, you know, man, me too, bro. You already know I'm on the road too. Like, look, like I'm saying, it's only 7 hours, and it's an Andre Ward fight. Like, people gonna push out there. Like, it's gonna get the fan base. I think it's gonna sell out. Now, like with the pay-per-view number thing, I think if he goes to New York, I think the number's gonna be higher because I think the West Coast gonna buy it. Now, if it's on the West Coast, I think the number's gonna be lower because everybody gonna try to. All the boxing fans from the West Coast, like that region, LA, Vegas, and the Bay, they gonna make it out, so they don't have no reason to buy the pay-per-view. So that's what I personally feel.
Yeah, but that's nothing though.
It all depends. I think
that's nothing though, because let's say everybody, whoever was a Ward fan, went. You know, they're only gonna do 16,000 seats, so that really ain't gonna affect pay-per-view numbers. Like that's only if this is a big fight, 16,000 shouldn't affect your numbers.
And remember, Porter Thurman was a big fight, and it didn't happen in Connecticut because of that troop from New York City.
Yeah, so that 7-hour troop you think ain't nothing. A lot of girls gonna be like, I ain't getting in the car with you for no.
But do you think
plane ticket?
Do you
buy me a ticket?
think do you think the new insurance policy though, when it's like each fighter has to be insured for like $1 million, is gonna affect us being in New York City?
Man, does that take effect this year? For this end of the quarter? I mean, I doubt it.
I mean, it don't cost $1 million.
I don't know.
It doesn't cost you $1 million to insure yourself for $1 million.
It will be soon. It will be soon in New York State.
$1 million for $1 million? That don't make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bro, look up the shit. It's like $1 million per fighter on the card. They're doing insurance in New York. Look it up. Vic has been talking about it for months.
Thomas Hauser, because of the Thomas Hauser article?
Yes. New York is about to jack their shit up.
Because of what happened to Magnum. So what? So they don't come back to New York. Oh, well, everybody who made it over here, at least you fought in the Mecca. Moving on.
Carry on.
That's why we never got Floyd. New York always trying some bullshit. Floyd never came here because of that. So, like, fuck them.
But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about.
Clarify it. You're saying it costs. Clarify that. If there's clarify that. $1 million. You have to pay $1 million?
It's like $1 million retainer per fighter or something stupid like that. Don't quote me, but it's up there per fighter retainer. You almost have to put up $10 million to make sure no one gets fucked up.
Info Joe says you're right. And I didn't mean moving on like what you're saying is not important. I mean like moving on like if New York can't keep it together, well, we shouldn't get no fights over there. I'm not from New York, so fuck them anyway. I hate they don't have no parking. They garbage over there. Bazoo, that be. Not the people, obviously. Just the little stupid islands. Let me see. Big Jones from Texas, where there's actually space and parking. Big Jones?
Here.
Jumping out that big-ass pickup.
Big Jones.
Oh, yeah. What up?
What up?
Hello?
No knockout last night. Was it a bus?
We hear you. LA or Vegas, where you want this fight to happen at?
It don't matter to me. I'm in Texas, so it don't matter either way.
You ain't going either
I
way?
think New York probably would be the best. It don't matter either way to me. You know, like I'm in Texas, so it don't really matter.
But would you go?
Cowboy Stadium.
Is this a fight that you would travel for?
I would go to Vegas before. I would go to Vegas before. Like if I was like gonna go out there, I would go to Vegas before I go to Cali.
Okay.
Because it's closer, or because you like it better?
Vegas. I think there's just more like for like a fight. Like if I'm gonna go to a fight, I feel like Vegas would accommodate me better. You know, I stay in one of the hotels, walk over there. You know what I'm saying? Walk the strip, gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like it's better for a fight. Like the atmosphere, everything. That's what they do.
Yo, but have you been to a Vegas fight before?
Nah, I've been to Vegas though, and I went like this was like maybe like a week or two before like it was one of those Mayweather fights. I think it was like maybe I don't know if it was Guerrero or one of those or Ortiz or one of those, and just the atmosphere just in Vegas was crazy. I wish I was staying longer so I could actually see the fight, but I would choose Vegas, I guess, if I had to.
So you hyped for the fight or not? Are you did it sour or did you get sweeter with Andre Ward?
Right. No, I'm super hyped for the fight. I feel like every like boxing fan
that's like really in tune with the sport, you know, this is the fight. This is the number one fight right now that's available. This is the number one relevant fight. I do think that they dropped the ball a little bit with the promotion. Like, I'm not saying it's got to be like that movie Great White Hype and people fighting in the ring, but what I'm saying is, like, if I'm Kovalev, I take a page out of Triple G's book and I find a few little catchphrases, some good boys, and throw them in there. Or like Canelo did, like, I was born ready, something. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was born ready.
This is
You're
like,
right.
And if I'm Ward, this is like my opportunity to cross over. You know what I'm saying? This is like maybe my last chance. I'm not saying be something that you're not, but I felt like he could have did more. You know, to just try to fight to the casual fan. You know, I think that, you know, everybody in the boxing community will come through and support it, so it'll probably get 100,000. But I don't know if it's going to press through that mainstream. So I don't know about that.
Give this man some coins. Good call. Good call.
That Elohim Jeans, shout out to him. That was a good call. And I just want to thank y'all, man, because, like, y'all do a great job. And, like, ever since y'all got this lineup with this panel, it's the smoothest I've ever, you know, heard the show, man. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the callers. I'm enjoying everybody. Wingy, your channel, man, you're on point, man. You're always consistent. You're always dropping new content.
Thank you.
Always here. You know, I appreciate that. James, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love it when you're here. I wish you could be here more. Casual, you have that balance too. And that's, you know, you put it down, you put all this together. So I just want to thank y'all. And just everybody just keep supporting.
You heard it first.
Thank you, Big Jones. Thank you. And that means a lot from him, because I remember he and I had an off-air conversation. He was not happy of some of the changes that have taken place throughout the years. But, you know.
Listen, I'm watching the
break a few eggs.
I'm watching the Kovalev.
Well, we got a live caller right now, but
Real quick, the Alien versus Kovalev, and he put him down with that overhand right. It wasn't a slip, man. That connected and it had pop to it, man. This man is walking him down. I know Ward is a different age, but there is a threat for Ward.
Kovalev in that fight showed he can box. Period. People that want to like knock him and say he's flat-footed, it's not about who I want to win, but don't discredit Kovalev. He showed he can box. He showed he had a jab. He showed he can use his jab as a defense. So
listen, this is a 50-50
I was impressed with that fight.
I love
50-50 fight.
I love it when James goes off and takes a couple of drinks and comes back aggressive because James, that is not Andre Ward. Like, and first of all, how many times have we seen two skilled fighters get in the ring and then one negate the other with something as simple as movement, head movement?
Right, yo, but
a feint or footwork, and all of a sudden this Krusher is negated.
Yeah, but I mean, when you want to talk about that, we gotta say that, like, you know, someone like Manny Pacquiao beat someone like Timothy Bradley who has good head movement. So when you're saying that, you know, Bernard Hopkins isn't Andre Ward, it's at least a comparison where we could gauge that. And I don't want to pretend this is I wasn't picking Mayweather. Hold on, real quick. All I'm saying is that I understand that he's not Andre Ward. But what I'm saying is that what he showed in that fight is that he at least has something to negate some of what Andre Ward has, and vice versa. Yo, Andre Ward in this fight got hit with wide open shots. If Kovalev hit him with those same shots, he'd be down on the canvas. But do I believe it's because he was fighting down to his opponent? Yes. But
all right,
like
so
Kovalev,
now,
it goes both ways.
Cut it down, cut it.
But that's what you right? Everybody wants to go.
Let Cashew speak.
Yes. In comparison to Andre Ward, Hopkins, you can compare that Hopkins is a thinker. He's a thinker. He thinks the fight through as it's happening. So he's the chess player. That's why he won all those fights. So of course, Krusher was able to checkmate him. And I think that Ward is a thinker, and it's going to be a thinking match. And there's going to be distance that's going to get closer and closer and closer, and Ward might get that injury, man, by a punch.
Yo, not to mention that the Bernard Hopkins that was the ring that night with Kovalev still would have beat Alexander Brand last night. Don't bring that shit.
There's no way I'm going to discredit that Kovalev's performance over Hopkins. A lot of people were picking Hopkins beforehand. I need the crow. If I haven't got it, I picked Hopkins. I really rate Hopkins, and yes, Hopkins is old, but you could see that the fact that Hopkins is old wasn't really massively relevant on that fight because Kovalev wasn't going in there just banging away at an old guy. Kovalev was boxing. He outboxed Bernard Hopkins.
It's
And
a
I rate
50-50 fight. It's not going to be a washout. You don't know who to pick.
Yo, man.
Call us.
Listen, this is all I'm gonna tell y'all. It'll be more interesting here. I'm gonna give you guys the first three an opportunity of taking Boxing MD's bet. He's betting $100 in swag, and he's picking Kovalev.
That's a good pick. That's a good
$100 in swag? Yeah, I'll take that.
But what do you mean
So
by
you-
swag? Clothing?
I trust Boxing MD. I've been shafted.
No,
I've been shafted. Nestor Gibbs, we know.
Boxing MD is trustworthy.
I get it. I'll take that. I'll take that from him. I'll take that from him. Even right now, I'll take it. Done.
There you go.
You're going to bet against Boxing MD for some swag. Where you sending him?
I'm betting for Andre Ward, our gold medalist, our savior to boxing, to bring it back to the United States and snag that belt and make Andre. I want Boxing MD to be so embarrassed that he calls in with an extra stutter.
Yo, MD picked Postal versus Crawford.
Oh,
Yo,
bad pick.
he picked Postal over Crawford. I'm feeling better about myself. I'm thinking of what shirts I want now.
Prince from New York.
Prince.
That's my all the way up sound beat right there. Prince from New York. No.
Go.
You're all the way
What's
up.
going on, fellas?
What up?
I caught it.
Yeah, that right there is definitely my new intro.
Ah, okay.
We'll work on that one.
Casual got a long ass list.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're putting me to work, man. You got to start paying $25 a pop.
Hey, if we pay for pay-per-view, I'll pitch in for that too, man. You get it. All right. Well, just to get off with this whole review of last night's fight, Ward did what he always does, and I'll box with somebody. You know, in boxing is really a sport where it gives credibility to multiple styles. Sluggers can win if they don't have the boxing ability. Boxers can win if they don't got the slugging ability, speed over power, all that kind of stuff. And this is what we see in Ward. He's just a boxer. He's not going to slug you out. If he can win on points, he's going to win on points. Kovalev can win on points. He can also win on points, but he primarily does it through knockouts. And the thing that you look at when you look at Kovalev is that he's kind of an up and down fighter. Now, not to get it twisted, he has tremendous amount of boxing skill. He knows how to set up his punches. He's patient. He does all the good things, but he uses the same punches. He uses the jab effectively and the right hand effectively. And he also goes to the body with those straight lefts and right.
Yeah, but that didn't put you to sleep last night, or you enjoyed what you saw last night, even though all the stuff that you're mentioning he did.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight. I mean, it wasn't like incredibly exciting, but I still enjoyed the fight. And I've seen people saying it was boring, but some of those people who said it was boring literally watched the Kovalev-Chalema fight and thought that was great. To me, those were the exact same performances.
The caller that came in said that was also a boring fight, and they gave him shit and said that Andre Ward would destroy that Kovalev that fought Chalema that night. So I don't
For the
remember.
record, that was not a boring fight. Yo, the Kovalev versus Chalema fight was not a tenth of what we saw last night with Andre Ward.
So now, so you enjoyed it. Now, are you gonna buy it? You think they're gonna beat Postal?
That fight was not as entertaining. I mean, they were both on the same level of entertainment, in my opinion.
Yes, a snore.
All right.
How many buys does it do, caller? How many buys does the fight do?
Yo, the bomb squad will wake you up.
How many buys does the fight do, caller?
How many buys does the fight do, caller?
How many buys?
How many buys? Buys. That's the UK accent. Sorry.
Well, the buys, I think it does better than Triple G with me. I think it's like 125, 150. If it gets 200, I'll be really, really impressed. As Elohim Jean said earlier, these promoters something got to change. You know what I mean? Like, Don King was a douche and a thief, but he was an effective promoter. And
Hell yeah. And I also think the same about Bob Arum. So now, does it mean something that the buys are high to you for the fight? Turk, the fighter like Ward, if they go into like break 150,000, does that mean something to you special in your heart? Like, yeah, that's my man. He broke records or he broke the 100,000 mark.
If they do good pay-per-view buys, that means that if boxers put on good matches, if promoters put on good matches like this, if Triple G wants to fight Ward, then these are the fights that the fans will have to demand in order for you to get those huge paychecks.
Right.
So
I care about the buys.
this
For
would
the
be
record.
encouragement for that kind of stuff.
Right.
Cut it.
You know what? You make such a great point though. I'm kind of scared now. If this does do well, then that's gonna say, all right, we're gonna give them all the 50-50 fights, but they're gonna have to pay for it. And that's fucking bullshit too. I'm just dead ass. I'm gonna be like, look at that bill, baby. But no more crying, only because of this. Matter of fact, HBO.
Fuck you. I don't play Showtime to see you all there, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. Fuck you. Like, when I see some motherfucker just fight, I pick up a fight with somebody in the street. Fuck you. Don't need that shit. You don't love that form I do? Fuck you. Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Man, quite great show. Come stop, donate.
What's happening, baby boy?
Woo! What an intro, Georgie.
Hey, yo. What's going on, family?
What up, Georgie? Love your calls, bro. Amelia.
Yes.
Listen, bro, what the fuck James always got to take off when I show up?
He's ducking you. Pie the world.
He don't want no more pies. He don't want no more pies.
Well, he know what time it is in you too, man.
Who? I took your hair, Georgie. I took your hair. You want to bet again? I took your hair.
Dude, he said, hold on, but this is the third time we're going to make this straight. I do want to bet on that.
What? You want me to get Ward? You want me to pick Ward?
I love it.
And if you want to, you already did, and you're going to get pie.
Am I picking Ward? Are you betting against Ward?
All day long. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
What are we betting for this time?
I'm going to pie James.
Oh, you want to bet for a pie?
Pittsburgh Brew too. I'm going to pie the world, Wingy. Let them know.
Yo.
James was the intro champion.
Yo.
Pie the world, Georgie.
Wait, let's keep this like a boxing show, right? So, Georgie, why are you picking against Ward? What does Kovalev have that you say he's going to beat Ward?
That's right. Make him talk about it.
Such an intelligent question. I'm proud of you, Cash. You're my favorite, baby. Love to see you go up over here, man.
Thank you.
Listen, man, this is what it is, bro. Like when you say the way these men apply that power is different. They say like, whoa, he went to the Olympics, 175, whatnot, that is nothing new about that way for him. But I don't think he ever got hit with something like this motherfucker got. This nigga power is real. He's it's intelligent power. The only thing that I see about Kovalev, they say he's staying a little bit too straight and whatnot. But the only thing that I see a weakness is when he jump in with a jab, because he likes to jump in with a jab, right hand, another sort of jab to set up, like hard, not too hard of a punches, and then just unload 2 or 3 punches. So that right there, he could be vulnerable right there. So I see Wall getting him for the last 4 or 5 rounds, first few rounds. I see myself losing. But I know eventually that power is going to hit him, and then we're going to see what's going to happen. But anyway,
it's power. It's power.
I think I got enough time to come here. Where he at?
He went to use the bathroom.
He didn't be no champion. Listen, let me get my shit in. James was an ancient champion. He was supposed to be the pie king. He got a defense, and then I came crushing him. I'm going to crush him again. And I'm going to pie Ness too. I'm going to pie the world, Wingy. Let them know, TBB. We put the line up in here. We just don't talk shit. We're number 1.
Georgie, are you buying the fight?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I wouldn't go that far now. Easy now.
Did you fall asleep last night, or were you entertained?
Yo, listen, God bless this sport of boxing and all the fans that we get together, you know, on YouTube or any media that we need to. And we gotta fight these fucking mafias.
Georgie, you ignored me, so I'm gonna have to hit you with this.
Cut it. Cut it.
Get.
Oh, let me rock him before I'm out, and nigga. Let me rock him. Ness, you a pie, nigga. I'm a pie, you baby. You a crow, nigga. I'ma get you. Don't run from me, B. Yo, thumbs out support.
Yo, Georgie. Georgie.
Yo, he's docking me. That nigga docking me. You better call me back. Tell that nigga to grow up some balls and call me back when he come back. Be on the line.
Okay, break it up, break it up, break it up.
Gonna be another death emergency. You're gonna need those bags down.
Georgie, call me after the show, Georgie. Deuces. Pittsburgh Bruce, talk to us.
Pittsburgh.
What up, what up, what up?
Trying to get them 250 likes, man.
Let's see, man. We a long ways away. Let's see what they gonna do.
We need another 100.
Long way.
Well, we could extend it to before, after the show.
Watching. Crazy. But on to the Andre Ward fight, man. I think that inside game of his is going to hurt Kovalev real bad, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think whenever he clinches and has that free hand and he just starts, man, I think that's going to wreck Kovalev. And that would be his best bet to stay out of Kovalev's power range. And that's what Ward's going to do, man. He's going to take Kovalev's power away. And he's just going to box his ears off. And Georgie's going to eat pie. Times 3.
All day he going to eat pie. He want to be Sir Lancelot for the hipsters, man. He want to be Sir Lancelot for the hipsters, and he going to be the only one picking Kovalev like that and taking bets, you know, looking all badass, and he going to be the only one eating all them pies.
Bruce, no knockout in the fight, so is it a bust in your opinion?
Nah, man. I think that the brand was in survival mode. You know what I mean? Like the whole fight. You know, in fight night, whenever you get stunned and you're always backing up, trying to not get hit. That's what that dude was on all night, man. And he's fought 500 amateur fights or whatever. So I mean, it's hard to hit somebody like that the way you want to. You know what I mean? Plus, Ward ain't got the power, you know, that he should probably.
How many pay-per-view buys does it do, though, in your opinion?
I don't know, man. Like, probably, I'm going to say 200,000, 250,000.
Yeah. Should do more, really. It's Andre Ward. It's you guys gold medalist, but shame.
I mean, I think it's the best fight to make in boxing. It's just, you know, it's a hardcore fight. I hope it's in Madison Square Garden, to be honest with you.
That's a classic arena, Madison Square Garden. The true mecca of boxing is.
I wouldn't mind it here logistically. It makes more sense for me economically. But you know, I kind of was looking forward to, you know, hooking up with the West Coast. But
yeah, no doubt.
But y'all lost.
But you still got to pay that $60 parking, Ness.
I know. No, I'm going up there this time with you. That's all. I'm not even taking a car this time. No, I got to. You kidding me?
We taking a train.
Hell no. What the hell? Hell no. And I'm not going with you. Casual, he get them drinks in him. He talkative. He was out there with them people with the nice cars and everything. Casual was all over. Listen, so Bruce, you all done?
What's up?
You all done, Ski?
Yeah, man, I'm good. That's all I got.
All right. Well, we had 163,
got,
Bruce. We had 163. That definitely getting closer. So thank you again, man, just for that.
Man. Let's do it.
Thanks again for even you know, offering to do that, man. Definitely official. Thank you as always. Class and Bound, you're up. Let's go.
Class and Bound.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? Happy days.
Happy days. We got a pound for pound fight on the horizon. Happy days is right.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. Again, we're getting a fight we want, but once again, we're paying for it. And I'm just going to throw this out there. Like, I mean, on the other side of the pond, they're doing the right thing. Like, if Thurman and Porter were on the other side, we would have had that be on pay-per-view. We also would have had Santa Cruz Frampton been on pay-per-view. So, I mean, HBO is really draining the market with all these pay-per-views. Like, there's so many, and it's just like people aren't going to be able to keep up. And
Class and Bound, it's what casual, I mean, not casual, but Boxing MD said. It's just no one's touched on it. It seems like HBO's getting out of the business. Think about, what was their last good fight on regular HBO?
Ward versus Brand.
Wow.
I mean, people are going to go in their bag and say Salido, Francisco Vargas, but like Salido is what, a $100,000 fighter maybe?
Well, that was actually what I was going to say, Salido Vargas.
All right, but that doesn't break the bank, though.
Your candidate.
That doesn't break the bank, though, right? Like, where's the money going? Who they giving it to?
Game of Thrones, we said.
It's true, but like, I mean, but that's besides the point. But in general, Andre Ward, Alexander Brand, actually something I kind of want to touch on. You actually talked about this. It was a while back. Do you remember the post fight or the post show when we did when you guys did Mayweather versus Berto, and you were really bummed out that Mayweather didn't get a knockout over Andre Berto, who I consider at least better than Alexander Brand, and like, you know, I would have liked to see Ward take more of an initiative. Like, he could have gotten a TKO if he really wanted to. I mean, he got the win. He did what we all thought he was going to do. Like, it wasn't anything, you know, different. With Kovalev, I think Ward is really going to step up to the plate. I think we're going to see the fight that I'm imagining that's going to happen is it's going to be Andre Ward's going to be fighting on the back foot the entire fight and countering Kovalev. Wingy talked about something really cool though about Kovalev's mid-range game, and I have to agree with that. Kovalev is a very, very underrated boxer. Like, a lot of people are sleeping on him.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Kovalev is very sneaky with his punches. Like, you know, people are like, oh, he telegraphs his punches. Not really. He hides it really well. Whenever he throws a hook, he'll usually throw a feint or have his opponent looking for something. He'll make his opponent get used to something and then throw a really sneaky left hook. And I really like that. But
so cutting down, you're picking Kovalev over Ward?
Cut it.
You picking Kovalev over Ward?
Gotta stick to that time. Cruise control, you're up.
See, you wasted that call on explaining or getting all technical on Andre Ward and Kovalev. You could have got more, cutting down. You could have got more.
Yo, you wasting my man Cruise control time. Stop it.
Nah, you good, Casual. You good.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're good, brother. We're good, man.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, I saw the Ward fight. He looked good. I'm just a little bit concerned about his power. Like the mid rounds, it looked like he was kind of waning a little bit, conditioning, but he got his second win. He turned it up, but I just don't know. The answers I want him to answer for me is how's he going to take Kovalev's punch, and how's Kovalev going to deal with his movement. Because, you know, we've seen Andre Ward take good punches. You know, Mikhail Kessler, Karfach hit him, you know, a couple of times. But, you know, we want to see how Kovalev touched that chin. I think Kovalev might have problems with his footwork, kind of like how Crawford was, you know, handling Postal with that space. That space is very important. You keep that space in between that long arm, it's going to be hard to touch. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm going to keep it short. Y'all have a good night. One.
All right. He definitely stood under the time.
Good call.
Alex, we got London on the chat waiting for Enrique to do that intro. Or Wingy.
What's up, Boxing Voice?
What up?
What's up?
Yeah. What's going on? Ness Casual.
Yes.
Wingy.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Hey, yeah, the fight was a bust, man. I mean, and not because it wasn't a knockout, because I know Ward doesn't typically do that, but he didn't destroy him like I wanted him to. I wanted him to destroy this Alexander brand to show the world, like, hey, pound for pound, and then he just didn't do it. It seemed like he wanted to do it. I seen him try, but he didn't get it done, and that left it people calling it a snooze fest now. You know what I mean? But I'm not mad because I know I got the Kovalev Ward coming up in November. Now that's the fight, so they're giving it to me, so I'm happy. So I'm happy for that. And I still don't think we've seen everything that Ward has, though, because I think you put Kovalev in the ring with him, that Ward is gonna, he's gonna take it to another level. So I can't wait for that. And HBO, man, they're putting all their money in Triple G and Canelo, man, and that's where all the money's going. But great show, and check you guys out, man.
Thank you.
I disagree, man, because Liam Smith versus Canelo is also pay-per-view. Listen, they're telling these guys, like, pay-per-view is just basically it. I mean, it seems like budget cuts to me. I don't know. People making, they don't.
It sounds like it now, right?
267, you're up. Rod from Philly.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What up?
Yes.
Hey, so I don't think the fight was a bust. I mean, Andre Ward's not too much of a power punch. I don't know why everyone's, trying to expect a knockout. I feel like, granted, anything special, but he's a solid fighter, I guess you could say. It's just a tune-up for Ward to get ready for Kovalev. You saw him switching to the left a little bit more, something he might show in the Kovalev fight.
Your pay-per-view by prediction, bro. How do you think this does?
Say it again.
How do you think this does on pay-per-view buys, in your opinion, man? And are you paying for it?
I'll pay for it because I'm a boxing purist, and Andre Ward, he's the definition of that.
Yeah.
I see it maybe between 150 to 250. I believe both these promoters, they're not really doing a good job. Maybe Jay-Z got to get behind it somehow and put his name on it, put his face on it. But that's I don't see it doing too high because Ward hasn't fought anybody big enough to put him back on that platform he was on.
That's a high number, that 150, 250. That's really high nowadays. I'm going 90 for the record.
9,000?
90,000.
That's low, isn't it?
That is low. They've been low, man. They've been at the 50 line, the 60, the 90.
I don't
put us to sleep.
I think Ward he still carries a prestige just pound for pound along the hardcore fans. I think he still can put some numbers out there. I don't know.
Those same hardcore showed up to Victor Post Crawford, and we at 50,000. So
yeah, but Kovalev bigger than Postol.
Yeah, but Crawford carries more than Kovalev, and I think a little bit more than Ward. But I might be wrong. That's in my opinion. Like, I know him first for excitement, and I know him first.
You're also a casual. Like, you just started watching boxing hardcore a couple years ago. So of course you didn't even see none of Ward's fights on Showtime, did you?
Nah, but the difference is Crawford. I learned about him fighting Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Carl Froch.
Because you just came on the scene. You can't discredit someone because you don't know them.
I'm not discrediting his
skills. Even though that's what I do.
He's just saying it from his perspective, aren't you, casual man?
I'm saying from
my casual. You don't hear me? Even though that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy on the other side of TV. Why everybody acts like they matchmakers, promoters, and everything else? They're not at home watching it on their television like me. Jesus. After the
Casual, tell
barbecue,
him.
leaving the barbecue, like, yo, I'm gonna watch this fight. But now they all of a sudden they know fight styles, matchups, popularity, excitement, who's pound for pound.
If you enjoyed that from Casual people, hit that like button, donate and share the video. Support your podcast, and Casual will do more madness like that. Am I right, brother Casual?
Thank you.
Right.
Because we are at home watching it on television. Stop acting like you were with Oscar De La Hoya trying to figure out how to strategize your next comeback. And you were HBO talking about, nah, let them pay for that shit. Give me that crybaby soundbite for the hipsters and the hardcores.
But let's get that straight. I watch them at the fights sometimes. Caller, you all done? I don't want to hit you with this soundbite since Casual raped you for like a minute.
No, that's cool. I just got one question. Is Froch? I mean, is Kovalev that much different than Froch?
Yes, in my opinion, he's a better boxer. He's a little bit more fluid in his combination punching. He's got a little bit more power because he's in the weight class above Carl Froch, and he's got the same pop. So to me, I think Carl Froch is the diet version of Kovalev. And when I say diet, I mean like RC Cola, not Diet Coke. I'm talking about RC Cola versus Coca-Cola.
Damn, you really...
James, I thought he's my friend, brother.
Yo, but RC Cola is good when you got nothing to do and you're drinking all day. You want to go to the gas station and there it is for 50 cents. I'm all about it. But if I had a choice between RC Cola and Coca-Cola, baby.
Froch sold 80,000 tickets. Do you not know? Go on,
You don't leave the barbecue to watch a Froch fight.
Froch.
Yeah, Froch.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, I never leave barbecues to watch a Froch fight. Do you?
You do leave the barbecue, and the barbecue is shut down when it's Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, and they're gone, and that shit ain't coming back for a very long time unless
That's
you do how
not
they
fair
do.
to compare the two, though. That's
No,
not
you're
fair.
right, but I'm just comparing like what you do if you're having a great time and walk away because of a fight. You don't walk away for a Ward Froch fight. I didn't.
I think you walk away for a Ward fucking Kovalev fight, though.
I will
Hell
walk
yeah,
away
you
for a
do.
Ward Kovalev
Exactly.
fight. Yes.
James, Georgie's insinuating that you've been ducking him. He's trying to make some pie bet with you.
I'll make any pie bet any day of the week. Oh, I listened to that call. All I heard was James ain't shit, but I'm not picking who I'm gonna pick. He's not here to commit. Yo, bring Georgie back on. I'll pick Andre Ward, and yo, I've been hiding this, but I'll bring it out. If Georgie wants to bet me, this is only Georgie because I believe Georgie's the one. Georgie, if you're picking Kovalev over Ward, I'll go a diaper bet with you. You gotta take a picture. You got the diaper on social media. If you don't want to do that, you ain't shit. I'm talking about a diaper bet.
Yeah.
Like the old man diaper?
Bro, if he can fit it, if he I don't know how he's packing, but if he's packing small enough to go with those little diapers, he could go with that. But all I'm saying is a diaper is a diaper is a diaper. You let me know. If you're picking Kovalev, I got that diaper for you.
Georgie's saying bring me back like you ain't live. You know you live.
Yeah, he talks shit when the teacher's around, but when the teacher's not around, he ain't shit.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Come on, bro. You know you are inter-champion. You never took that pie fucking championship from nobody, buddy. From nobody. I went there and took it from the so-called champion.
Yep, yo, even Ali slipped up. Even
Even
Ali slipped against Frazier. Yo, it happens. The losses happen. I ain't afraid of the L like you. You sit there and you hide behind your record. You hide behind your record, Adonis Stevenson, is what you're doing. You're saying I beat so-and-so. Yo, all I'm saying is come at the champion now. Come at me.
I'm a proven champion, baby. I'm a proven champion. I already defeated twice. I don't know you coming here with that hype like you earned something, B.
You beat me once.
For intro.
You beat me once and you got your intro because of me.
I'm a Krusher, baby. You ain't got nothing on me. I'm gonna send you back to your sewing machine to make me a Georgie Porgy UK edition T-shirt, baby. Back to your sewing machine.
Yo, you talk a good game, but who are you picking? All I hear is you dancing around the subject.
Who you picking?
No, we're picking.
You already know I got Kovalev. You're gonna lose $100 to MD, and you're gonna get pie wearing a diaper.
I don't want pie. I don't want a pie, Georgie.
Yo,
I'm looking for that diaper. I'm looking for that Rugrats swag.
No,
I want you to look like Tommy and Chucky from Rugrats.
Yo, he
it's
took
like
it.
the last time. I challenge you to one fight. You came out tough like a hysterical woman coming at me. You ended up with 2 fights with a murder scene. You ended up on that the murder scene, pull out the bags with the tape, the duct tape, because it's gonna be a bath, a pie bath.
No, bro, why are you talking about pies? We're talking about little money. I'm talking about big money. I'm talking about a diaper, bro. I want to see you in a picture with a diaper if you lose this fucking fight. I want to see you as a big baby because you know you lost this fight.
I said that I accept it. I take the
Okay, we're done.
So you what?
Wow, he's accepted it. Okay, that's it.
We're
He's
done.
accepted it.
All right, that's it. We're done. We're done.
Is it-
We're done. You guys accepted it.
No reversing, no moonwalking.
Everybody support. We need those thumbs up. 250. We need another program, another on demand.
Yo, I need people to support. I need people to support so we can send out baby powder for good old Georgie Porgy because he's gonna need that when he wears his little diaper.
This is getting weird.
917, you're up. 917.
Yo, what's good, man?
Get off speaker, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in the train station right now. I'm in the train station. I can't talk right now. I'm sorry, brother.
Who this, Shandu?
Yeah, it's the shop. What's up, man?
What up, brother? All right, we're gonna get back to you. Don't go nowhere.
What up, Shandu? For you on the 7
718.
line?
Ness, what's going on? It's Paul.
Paul, what's up, brother?
Chilling, man. Wingy, Casual, James, what's going on, y'all? How y'all?
Yes.
Yo, what up?
Paul Yearwood,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know it's almost drive-by time, so let me get to the points. I watched that Andre Ward fight. I thought he boxed beautifully. I mean, we got people talking about how is the shit fight. Shout out to the caller that basically aired out Dan Raphael because he basically shitted all over Andre Ward last night, and it was kind of unwarranted. You know, I'm one that said, you know, it's not a bust if he didn't get a knockout. So I'm not gonna sit here and criticize him for not knocking the guy out. But to say that, you know, it was a terrible fight, it was boring and all that stuff, you know, you obviously don't like the sport. And for guys like Dan Raphael, who've been watching boxing since forever, it's kind of disrespectful, you know what I mean? And I don't really appreciate all these guys that like to insinuate, oh, it's so boring and all of this kind of crap, you know, just because the guy is boxing and not, you know, knocking dudes out. Like, not everybody.
Casual, you're killing his call, bro.
It's not everybody is a knockout power and blessed with the power to knock people out. Kovalev is one of those that was blessed. Triple G was blessed. They're blessed with that kind of power to end nights. But, you know, with guys like Andre Ward, they got to do the extra step. They got to work, you know, the extra hour in the gym just to get the technique down, you know. And to me, he's the best technical boxer in the world. So when let's go on to the point of this being a big fight between him and Kovalev, because that was essentially what we need to get to is the Kovalev fight. We got the Alexander Brand fight as a tune-up, you know, and that's what everybody needs to realize. We all knew this. Why is everybody so surprised that it was, you know, not the biggest spectacle in the world? It's a tune-up.
Thank you. Good point.
No, because he beat Frotch. That's why we thought it was going to be a spectacle. He beat Frotch.
Mario coins, you know what I mean? Give me a one-up. Anyway. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. But I know I'm burning. But listen,
You going to buy it on pay-per-view or not?
right, November 19th. November
buy
19th it goes down. And that is when we can make all the critics and do all the critiquing of every single fighter, and we can go in on them because this is the big fight, the mega fight, and if they don't deliver in this fight that's supposed to be for the hardcores plus the casuals, then you can critique as much as you want. When it becomes a spectacle like this, we can critique it. Cut it. Delivering in the pack out.
Don't ignore that.
Can't critique him for Berto. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, why is Casual going so... Yo, did you not meet Paul at the appreciation party or something? Yeah, let the man get. He didn't even get his 3 minutes. At 3:03, he already. Y'all hit you with the cut it at 3:03.
Casual's on it, man. Relax, brother.
Me off short. See, we getting Boxing MD to talk all day, and he want to
Yeah.
say a bunch of bullshit. He want to go on Kovalev and Triple G's nuts, and we gotta sit here and get the 30-second.
It's casual. It's casual.
Give Casual the shotgun. Casual gets the shotgun right now.
Yo, then he was snoring on your call and shit like if it was boring. What the fuck? Yo, I'm gonna have to move the placement of that soundbite. Every show I'm pressing the wrong one. People really don't think I'm.
Listen, let's start all over, Paul.
Let's get ready to rumble.
There you go. Loosen up them shoulders and go again. Let's hear it.
Yo,
Andre
he-
Ward is the best fighter because he did what he's supposed to do. Everybody's saying that. He outboxed him. He did good. You expected that. He bit Froch. Am I saying the name right? Or Froch?
Froch with a CH.
Froch. He beat Froch. And we were expecting it to be not a spectacle, but a great boxing clinic.
It was supposed to be a knockout. 9,000 people ain't come over there to see him box, man.
Yo, why are people sleeping on the Dawson fight and saying that Dawson never happened? Stop that shit. Yo, he knocked out Dawson before Dawson got knocked out by Stevenson. That's a good win. That's a good win, period.
And Dawson chose to go down before anybody says it. Carry on, Ness.
Froch.
Better win.
All right, we got TBV's own WBC champ, Joey from Indiana.
What's up, Joey?
We need those likes. Get them 250.
Come on, please,
We
people,
have
man.
183. What's going on?
You got the whole dream team here.
Yo, Casual, we need that soundbite from
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
yeah.
Where's the love? Ain't no love.
Casual dip like Jay-Z.
Joey, sorry, go on, Joey, go on. Sorry, Joey, we're interrupting you. Go on, bro.
I know that we do that the best. That's what we do
Yeah,
most.
good evening, yo. Yeah, no, Ness, I was gonna say, what up, everybody? Going back to my call on Thursday, man. Like, this is what I expected from Ward. There was no need. What's the point of him going in there and knocking this guy out in the first 4 or 5 rounds? There's no need. You know, you got the biggest fight potentially of your career coming up. Why not utilize all 12 rounds? Get your feet wet, try some new things, which he did. He switched up to southpaw and went back to normal stance, and just experiment with different fighting styles in there yesterday. And that's what he did. There's no need for him to go in there and knock the dude out. He just basically used all them 12 rounds, and like the caller said before, it was just, basically a two-round fight. So I actually like what Ward did yesterday. It just bothers me how the American writers, man, we don't support American fighters, man, especially the media. If I was a boxing writer, dude, I'd be all over this guy. This guy's got, it's the kind of guy you want to write about if you American, boxing writer. This dude's a good dude. He comes from a humble back, he come up from rough upbringings. He's a gold medalist. I mean, he's a positive dude. But you know how to cookie crumble sometimes, man. But let's go ahead and Wingy and Casual, hit me with some questions, man, so I can rapid fire real quick.
Yo, let me ask him real quick. Let me jump in with a question. He even asked for me, but I'm jumping in, Joey. Joey, what's the difference? Yo, when Sean Porter fought that cat off air, it was on some Facebook stream. I think it was like Phil Greco one. That's the type of competition I think we got with Andre Ward versus Alexander Brand. So I'm saying Sean Porter can show his little sparring matches on Facebook, and that's fine. But now I have to deal with it on HBO. There's a difference. To me, Brand was not in the caliber. He wasn't in the league. He wasn't a prospect. He was there to get beat, and Andre Ward just didn't do it. He was there to lose, and he didn't shine where I thought it was. This is JV to me versus the 8th grade squad. This isn't even college versus the 8th grade squad. But the difference in caliber was so apparent from gate one that to me, I would have rather seen this on Facebook Live than I would have seen on HBO.
That's great point, James. But my thing is, Ward probably already had that under HBO contract that he needed another fight anyway, so that's why they probably just did it. But that's
But he fought.
But at the end of the day,
on B.
Go ahead, next question though.
Wayne, what do you think about that though? What I just said? Are you talking? Is Alexander Brand, even in losing, you're the only one that's over here standing up for him? Is this a credible win to you? Is this not credible in the sense of someone like Isaac Chilemba, but to you, are you feeling what Joey's kind of feeling, where this isn't necessarily a letdown?
I'm not happy with the opponent, but it's a means to an end. With regards to his performance, I know why Andre Ward performed in that way. I've said it about 3 times, but it's a tricky opponent. He's not going to go in there and bust him up. Not the best opponent, not happy with it, but I accept it because I know what's coming at the end. That's what she said.
Joey.
Ness, hit me with some. I want to answer them other ones real quick. Go ahead.
Las Vegas, New York. Where you want this at?
New York City, man. Definitely New York City. The minute I found out about it, I screenshotted and texted my boy Bruce, man, because it's just something. Look, man, Vegas is dope. Don't get me wrong. Vegas is. I've been to Vegas for the De La Hoya Pacquiao fight. It was dope, but there's something about New York City, man, especially at Madison Square Garden. It's special. It's special, man.
I can't believe you, Joey.
Hopefully it's New York.
Why, man? Vegas got pools on top of pools on the sun, the girls.
From over here, New York does have that. Me and the wife, what we've been meaning to go for a few years. We want to go to New York. It's got that sort of glitz about it, man.
Nothing but.
Nas, you ain't going to the pool in November though in Las Vegas.
Why?
Spread in the news.
It's gonna be like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. Yo, it's not as like warm in Vegas. It's like 7 degrees at most.
And no one wants to see Wingy with that shirt off at the pool. I'm telling you, Nez, you don't want that shit.
70 degrees.
Wingy, I'll eat a burger with you by the pool.
Yo, James, in November is worse in New York. They'll probably there's really no parking because of the snow.
Yo, but you're gonna want to swim and be out by the pool. You're not. So that allure of what you're talking about Vegas isn't gonna be there when you're there in November.
Start spreading the news.
I'd rather not wear fucking goose down coat to New York to a cold fight.
Hell no. Hell yeah. Actually, I got this sweater I've been waiting to break out.
New York.
See, you people with seasons are over there singing and dancing and shit. And all I got is hot ass season and cold ass.
In New York,
I want cold.
Man,
concrete jungle waves are made of.
I hope it's LA, man.
Ness,
Yo.
Ness, hit me up with them. What was the last one? The last.
How many
pay-per-view buys?
Joey, I love that you like to answer the questions.
He's great. Joey's great.
He's the best. They're never going to take your title. They're never going to take your title.
I like that format, Ness. It gets us really involved in it, and it makes us think, you know what I'm saying, instead of just calling in and talking a bunch of crazy stuff.
By the way, Joey, you ever come to the UK, Joey? You ever come to the UK? We've got a spare room for you, brother. I love you, man.
That's right.
Joey, I got this belt. I'm ready to unify. I'm coming for you, Joey.
Joey.
Children. Children, Joey. Alexander Brandt ain't got nothing on me.
Oh man, you gotta watch on YouTube. You gotta watch on YouTube.
Hey, Cadro, I told you I started camp already last week, man.
I love it, yo. How you gonna take the title from Joey? Yo, Joey, you working on getting that call of the year? I'm telling you, man. They gotta love you.
No, I got a lot of improvement to do on as far as breaking down fights, but I love just to call in and speak good about the sport. So I do need improvement, but no, I do think, and this I'm only saying this because I think it's fallen on the Mayweather Pacquiao effect. I really think this fight's only going to do between 60 to 75,000 buys. I mean, look at it's got me, Ness. I love this fight so much, and I told this to Bruce yesterday. I'm not even going to order it. If I don't attend the fight, I won't order it. I'll just be patient and watch the replay on the following week. Like, that Crawford Postal fight did damage to me, man. It killed me. I'm like, why am I forking out $60, $70 every month? And I get a lot of my favorite fighters on PBC are fighting. I get to watch them on regular TV. So it just got me torn, man. But I just feel like this fight, it's the effect of that Mayweather Pacquiao is gonna.
It don't even make sense, dude.
I know it.
Why are we paying for HBO subscription? And like, I'm not gonna get rid of it, right? Because I had this conversation earlier today. Someone's like, "Oh, I'm canceling my HBO." I'm like, "You're fucking crazy, dude." I came up on Wire, Soprano, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Bored to Death. I fucking everything, every show that they do. Now I can't wait for the new one that's coming out. But even the one that about the little Pakistani kid in jail, I love them all. So even if they stop boxing, even if I think it's called Night Out, right? Or the Night of.
The Night of.
No. And Night Of. Yeah, that's a great show.
Yeah, and remember the other one that they had with Matthew McConaughey, the first season with McConaughey. What was that one?
True Detective.
Exactly. Now they got Game of Thrones. I mean, there's a plethora of sitcoms and HBO movies, so I would never cancel.
Yo, you know my problem?
Hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere.
What happened to be the boxing show?
The problem.
Y'all talking about subscriptions and.
Because it's part of it. Yo, tell me having a subscription isn't part about boxing, though.
We got the Ring TV pound.
No. What we're talking about
number 4 fighting. We went to sleep yesterday. Yeah, we're talking about Chilemba. Kovalev was boring. Let's talk about boxing. Hashtag TVV podcast. Thumbs up. Y'all want to talk about Game of Thrones? The Wire.
But you're not talking about, that's where you're getting crossed up.
Yeah,
you're sitting here talking about Game of Thrones. We're talking about HBO used to be a hotspot for boxing.
No, Wingy, because you're not over here, you got to give us an opportunity to explain our side, because with the casual fan, which, can easily be called something else at this moment because of the ignorance, right? Like, you're paying for a monthly subscription, but they're making you pay for every good fight. So it's not about, let's throw on a soundbite and move on. No, because the dummy is the one that's paying every month. We are the dummies. Now, I'm clearly saying, regardless of boxing, Nestor's always been pro HBO because of the programming. But
I have been as well.
It is unfair that every month, now we got to pay for Liam Smith too?
Yep.
That's
you paying for Canelo. You're paying for Canelo. That's what you're paying for. You're not paying for Liam Smith.
We should not.
You should not, but you will. You will.
They're not taking care of the boxing public. I told you, I cut my cable subscription, but I still pay for HBO now. I still have Showtime on Hulu, so I still pay for these.
Listen,
but I don't get. Hold on.
Public is paying for exactly.
I don't get to stream live. What I'm saying is that they're not taking care of us. They're constantly, boxing's on. Or here you go, boom. For HBO back in the day used to be HBO, but now it's like, oh shit, HBO. That's why people, when we're talking about canceling our subscription, it's not just a little under the rug thing. It's big because HBO used to be what it is, and now people are canceling it because they're making reviews, and I'm paying for them anyway. But it's annoying as fuck when HBO used to be the super raw. When you saw a fight on HBO Championship Boxing, it was bigger than Showtime Championship.
Can I ask a question then with regards to HBO, seeing as I don't understand? Aren't you guys saying that you enjoy the content you get from HBO anyway?
No, not recently.
That's what Nez said. Nez just said he enjoyed the content.
Exactly, that's where I was going with it. So that's the boxing public.
The content
the boxing public is watching.
We can't all talk at once.
That's why I'm trying to finish my point.
But casual cutting you off.
My fault. Go ahead.
I've lost what I was going to say.
I thought I was the A side. That's
we were yelling about HBO.
I thought I was the A side. I'm sorry, Bob.
Nash, just leave it. Yo, go to the next caller. We can't top this. Go to the next caller. Don't ruin
it. It was the A side.
The moment.
Yeah, we created a monster to see out of control. That was an epic fucking line for real.
You are the A side.
Joey, you are still on. Yeah. And I don't know. Now he's giving you a run for your fucking money. That line was epic, man.
Can I finish real quick on this, and I'll get out of here?
I don't know. You got
casual. Ask casual if you could.
Can I finish? Casual. Can I finish?
Go ahead, finish.
Casual. Okay. I was gonna say, man, am I wrong? And I'll leave it with this. Like, I still support. I love boxing to death, but I'm taking a step back from them pay-per-views. Why should I continue to pay when 90% of my favorite fighters are fighting on PBC on regular TV? So it's not that I don't want to see the pay-per-views. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see them live. If somebody's going to order it, I'll come over and pitch in. But it's not going to be on my cable bill. Joseph Cuevas, I'll order a pay-per-view for $70 anymore. I'm taking a step back, taking a stand. I'm going to support the fighters that I can't see for free. And until this pay-per-view stuff, gets adjusted, man, because it's not fair to us. But carry on, guys. Great show like always.
Hey, Joey.
I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all be good.
Joey, remember last week I said you needed an IG. There's somebody else on IG going by Joseph Cuevas Boxing. See, you slacking, man. You should have. They took you over already.
Somebody jacked me.
They got you. Yo, he following me and liking the pics and hey, that's how shit is Joey. Then I remember you said you ain't even on there.
I don't even got 200 followers on Twitter, and somebody already jocked.
Take it as a compliment. That's a compliment, bro.
No, they coming for that WBC title, Joe.
And that profile pic is you at the Boxing Voice.
Nestor Gibbs.
Appreciation show.
If you enjoy the content that you get from HBO, is the boxing just a additional? Because you really enjoy HBO anyway. So really, do you have an argument to complain? Because it's not like you're buying it. For example, for me, with Sky Sports, we get a whole load of other crap which I'm not interested in, and boxing whenever Eddie Hearn does a card. So I have a legitimate point because I'm not interested in any other sport besides boxing. But with you, you're actually getting enjoyment. You're getting a good channel for HBO. All the programs are wire, and boxing's a side thing. So that's my thing. Is it really that much of an issue? I'm just asking.
The biggest problem is that.
Hold on, James. Let me answer, because like James said, the problem now is back then or a couple of years ago, like HBO Championship Boxing was like Lucas Matisse versus Ruslan, that caliber of fight, right? Or like Danny Matisse, that was HBO Championship. Then boxing after dark, that was like Bradley Lamont Peterson.
Yeah, I know. I do. We get those.
The standards. What he's saying is basically the standards were high. If this was 3 years ago, Andre Ward versus Kovalev would have been on HBO Championship Boxing, not pay-per-view. Obviously, the trend is fucked up.
Yeah,
and we know where to point that at. We know where to point that at PBC for overpaying fighters, but it doesn't matter. This is where we are today. So to me, this isn't a pay-per-view fight. This is HBO Championship Boxing 3 years ago. Am I happy to pay for it? Yes, because I'm a cable cutter, so when I get pay-per-view now through the internet, I'm happy for it. But at the same time, normally we wouldn't have been excited for this fight. This isn't a fight we should have to pay for. This is a fight that we should expect. Paying $10 a month, $120 a year isn't nothing to blink at. I don't care what your bankroll is.
I think of all the fights that should be pay-per-view, all the fights that you could justify, it would be the number one and number two for me. I'm not saying pay-per-view is great. Nobody wants to pay pay-per-view. Of course, I don't want to pay pay-per-view. Nobody does. But if there is going to be a fight that is pay-per-view, I don't understand the complaining about it being number one and the number two. That's my only opinion. Obviously, it's a different perspective, but that's how I feel. Again, I don't want pay-per-view. I wish it wasn't there, and you can blame Al Heyman. But in my opinion, if there is going to be a pay-per-view fight, it's surely this one. So that's why I don't get all the complaining.
And real quick, I don't think it's Al Heyman that ruined it either. It's basically what happened is when Mayweather and Pacquiao quote-unquote retired, Mayweather quote-unquote, they just took the number 1 and 2 fighters or even the couple fighters below and be like, let's try to make a pay-per-view star. It seems like they're rushing them pay-per-view, and we're forcing them into what we're seeing. So to me, I don't think these are genuine pay-per-view stars because they built it. We're forcing them and saying if you're going to see them, now they're on pay-per-view.
They're pay-per-view stars because of budget cuts, man. Listen, let's get to these last bit of callers. Hopefully we could get these last 60 likes we need to get that on-demand show. If you want it, thumbs up. We're going to go to the Skype machine and get to the one and only this year's new hater, unfortunately, Scorsese.
My man. Scorsese.
Y'all calling me negative. The dude that y'all started this trend, it was the fight before that, I think, reported. The dude after that y'all started this negative trend. Y'all didn't hear how hateful that damn old man was on the microphone last night?
Yeah, he's pound for pound number 2 and you're number 1.
See, that's what I mean. Like, y'all let him get away with it, but I can't call in.
Nah, you could get away with it.
Him.
So last night you fell asleep or you enjoyed it?
Oh, wow. I watched that shit, man. I mean, I'm happy they putting on the see who the second best light heavyweight is in the world between Kovalev and Ward. That's cool. I mean, Stevenson still be my number 1. You see what he do to real opponents. You know, he lay them flat on their damn face.
Okay, fight doctor.
Knockout of the year, and then Ward get in there with, middle school point guards and shit. And I mean, he had Marshawn Lynch grandma look like she was ready to go to sleep, man. Just to be honest about it. But Kovalev got in there with Chilemba, 12 rounds again. Stevenson just gets in there. All I need is 4 or 5 balls. That's it. That's all I need, Mr. Heyman, sir. And then it's over. So yeah, they got the pay-per-view going on. Second light what, second best light heavyweight. That's not bad, man. You know, everybody complaining, man. That's not a bad deal. Like, I don't know how they gonna promote it. They don't even have like real fights that nobody gotta pay for during that time, right? So like, who they gonna promote to? They gonna promote only on pay-per-view? They gotta do all these 24/7s and shit like
Positive.
that.
Keep it positive. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. You
Been
rushing that.
positive, man. So y'all gotta quit branding me this, cause everybody gonna want this.
Let's keep it positive. You mentioned Stevenson. Is Stevenson, Ward, Kovalev same weight class? I remember hearing Kovalev Stevenson possibilities, so they can fight each other.
Yeah, Ward's come up. Yeah.
Kovalev ducked him. Kovalev and Kathy ducked him.
Kovalev ducked him. Okay.
They didn't.
They blamed HBO, right?
They left a purse bid. They didn't want to fight him. They called him out for a year, got it what they wanted, and they left the purse bid.
Right.
You know what a purse bid is, casual, when they go to purse bid?
Yeah, it's like when you got a car, when they put cars up for sale, the police took the car, and they're like, yo, this car right here, $10, $10, and you like, I got 15, and somebody's like, I got 25, and so forth and so forth. That's how they do it for a fight.
Number one, they instead HBO wanted to freeze him out and make you forget about him. But when he's putting on better performances versus probably better competition than both guys fought, maybe Chimp Limber was okay, but who Ward fought, they got him out the parking lot. That was an insult to the number one. He's a pound for pound guy. He is, because what he did at 68 plus 75.
I'm gonna entertain you, man. I'm gonna entertain you. I was thinking you were being negative, but yo, fucking Adonis Stevenson did just fight, I guess, a more dangerous opponent than both of the other light heavyweights at this point. I mean,
applaud him, man. Let's give him applause.
Yo, I know you're making a face, Wingy, but Thomas is at least more dangerous in terms of power.
I'm only making a face at the brand. I don't think with regards to, I think Chilemba's. Basically, I rate Chilemba. I don't know how far, whether I rate him over Williams Jr. Though.
Yeah, but what are you waiting? Wait. Williams Jr. at least has a win over Rodriguez, who is a top 10 light heavyweight. What the fuck has Chilemba done that you keep giving him all this status? Who's he beat?
Do I keep giving him all this status?
Yeah, because every time I try to say that he's not good, you're like, nah, I rate him. Okay, so how do you rate him? Please help me.
Well, he did turn out to be all right, though, didn't he?
But who are you giving him credit for, though?
Giving a good fight to the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world.
Is it just eye test?
Probably, yeah. But I'm just saying.
Is it just lasting 12 rounds? Like,
it's Tony Bellew.
Who's
all
the
right,
baby
Scorsese,
cry?
carry on,
Who's
bro.
the baby cry?
Just taking Scorsese's call. Go on, carry on, brother.
Scorsese, you get cornered, man.
That's about all I got, man. Y'all know who the guy is, man. Stevenson. He's the guy, man. They can't just shine him out like that.
Adonis Stevenson, piece of shit.
Both of their
your
deals.
impersonations are spot on. Oh,
who said that?
Fucking Wingy.
I don't believe he's a piece of shit. I just enjoy it whenever I hear.
Both of their deals run out with HBO after this fight, I assume. I know Wars does, so they can't just forget about them. And they not going to do no pay-per-view, so HBO ain't finna be itching at the gun to re-sign them. So if they really want to fight the number one guy, they know what the fuck to do.
Adonis Chickenson.
Damn,
you see what he got in that room? Kovalev walked away. Be honest.
What?
He's saying that chicken shit Kovalev did when Stevenson was in the ring.
I don't believe that. I'm just having fun. Just having fun, brother. Just enjoying myself. Just having fun, bro. I don't believe that at all. I rate Stevenson. Stevenson gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Stevenson's arguably got a better resume than Kovalev. Just that people like to hate on Stevenson. They've got their own agendas. We know what it is.
I give Stevenson 250 thumbs up because he is a hot fighter. He's proved it all wrong. You gotta like Stevenson. He's a knockout artist. People like knockout. I come from knockout. He knocks them out one by one.
Yo, Scorsese. Peace out, brother. Damn, you seen that? Once I muted him, look at all the noise that stopped. He had that whole fan going on, man. Get out
He
there.
was at the Motel 6.
It's not bad for Mr. Negative. He done all right today, Mr. Negative.
He got it all in front of the extractor and shit. What the fuck?
Extractor. He had a good quarter.
Hey yo, what's up, man? What's up for everybody's motherfucking compa de Los Angeles? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Compa.
What's
Compa.
up, compa?
Long time, compa.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Ness, but yeah, man, that Andre Ward, Alexander Brand, man, that was a hell of a fight. I think that might be a fight of the year candidate. I just said.
You're right. You couldn't even get through without laughing what you just said then.
You should have left it there because that was a good call.
Hey, I'm excited for that J-Rock versus Charlo fight. I think that's gonna be a solid fight. And that whole that whole pound for pound listing, I don't know, man. We can't really have a real list because not everybody in each division fights each other. So
Right. If you listen to the Spontaneous show, you know that pound for pound is put together by people, right?
He said, baby, I'm out, compa de Los Angeles, Fierro. All right, see you guys later.
What did that last bit mean, Ness? Translate.
Cierro? I don't know. That's some Mexican shit.
That means close out.
All right.
I mean, I know Cierro. I don't know. Yeah.
People, you've got your boy, James back. Hit the like. James is here. Casual's killing the show tonight. Hit the like button, please.
I know we almost there. We had 196, but we need 250.
They must prefer other podcasts, man. That must be what it is.
I know they don't want us. They don't want us around here no more. They only
That's
want
what I
us
was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
I think they want us once a week.
Once a week.
Once a month. Once a
Yeah,
month.
let's do it.
Once a month.
They only want us on Instagram.
Hey. What's this?
Everything you're hitting tonight, Casual, man.
Suleiman, I couldn't get the name out. Suleiman, what's going on, brother? It's been so long. How you been?
Good evening.
Hey, how you doing, Ness? How you doing, Ness? Yeah, I think you guys are being too harsh on Andre Ward, man. Andre Ward, if he goes in the ring with Kovalev, Kovalev has problem with boxers, cagey boxers like him. He's adjusting. He admits it that from day one that he needed a couple of tune-up fights. And this guy that he fought last night, the guy's Luke Cagey. He's a cage fighter. He don't want to make no mistakes, and he's a boxer. So he did his trade. He did what he's good at. So when this fight comes up with Kovalev, at the end of the day, I think Andre Ward's going to take those belts, and then he's going to probably do the unification that's supposed to be done with Stevenson. Now Stevenson is older. He's packing a punch, So I think that's the fighter that's going to beat Stevenson because he's going to use boxing from the outside. He's going to work angles. He's not going to take no chances. And he's gonna bring that resume that's gonna unify. We need a unified champion at 175, and who better than Andre Ward? So
Suleiman.
Thanks a lot for putting me up.
No. Wait, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. You still have like 2 minutes left. Don't quit.
Yeah, you do. You got actually 2 minutes.
Last night, were you entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Were you entertained? Boxing. This is not MMA. This is boxing. So
I'm not entertained by boxing. I'm speaking about Andre Ward.
He's boxing. He's pumping a jab. He's working his trade. He's fighting an awkward fighter that nobody wants to fight. He signed up to fight the guy. He got himself a condition and he beat the guy. So at the end of the day, this is boxing. It's not MMA. If you want to watch MMA, a couple of knuckleheads swap punches and throw themselves on a canvas and punch us upside the head and grapple, then go watch MMA. But this is boxing. This is not.
Yo, but Suleiman, let me ask you something. If I invite you out to a fancy restaurant and all I give you is bruschetta, an appetizer, all that appetizer is good. The appetizer is good. Are you not going to be left wanting more at the end of that meal?
It's coming in November.
You're right, it is. But last night you got left with like cotton mouth. Last night I got oil in my mouth. I wasn't excited about how greasy the food was.
Yeah, okay, but look at Andre Ward when he fought all these other top super middleweights and beat them. Then he moves up to 175 and he's beating guys. He beat the Cuban guy that was knocking everybody out and made him look like a cornball, right? I don't see Kovalev signing up with Barrera. I don't see him. he beat a more qualified fighter that was on the come up than any other guys that Kovalev beat. And then he beat a guy that.
We're talking about this fight, though. This is the fight we're talking about.
Barrera hit Matt hard, and he beat him.
Yeah, but Pascal hits hard too.
Okay, he beat Solomon Barrera with mad hot. Everybody was talking about him, and he beat him. So you guys let it simmer, and it's gonna happen. He's gonna fight both of these world-class fighters and beat them both. So just let it simmer. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Suleiman, before you go, can I ask you a question, brother?
Yeah, what's up?
Please call in more, bro. I've been on like 14 shows. I'm a big fan of yours, man. You've only called in twice in 14 shows. Call in more, bro.
That's not a question.
I'm gonna call more.
Yeah, that's not a question. Okay. No, what I meant to say was, can you call in more? Sorry, James, I didn't word it right.
Nah, he actually meant, may you please call in more? Please, may I please ask you a question?
All right, James, I see you, bro.
Hey, Suleiman,
I'm boiling down to banter, bro. I'm coming for you.
805, you're live. Who's this?
What up? Oxnard Age in the house. Shout out to the panel.
Adrian, what's up?
Our UK voice. Good to have you on the show, brother. What up? What up? What up? Casual.
What up?
Some sound bites, brother, even if they hurt my ears sometimes.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'm trying to level it off.
Hard on DJ Porter, brother. But that's cool. DJ's my boy, man. That's going to be fun to see how that pans out. But anyway, I just wanted to introduce myself real quick. I'm going to be the new behind-the-scenes guy over here in Oxnard. I'm going to be working hard on, getting good content for the show. I might not be calling in to make predictions, but you guys know I'd rather be good content for the show and learning my programs and whatnot. But mad shout out to Nestor for believing in me. And to our listeners, I hope to bring you guys the good content you guys are used to getting. You know what I mean? Because we are the number one show on the net, and I plan on helping, to keep it that way, guys. Anyway, love the show and the banner. I don't want to keep you guys up too long. But as my boy DJ Georgie Porgy says, support and donate. Oxnard Age out.
Adrian, hold on. Did you like this fight? Was it a snooze fest?
What up?
The fight, did you like it?
No, it was not, man. If you ask me, that dude, Ward, he's 20 pages above everybody else, man. It's like Floyd, you know what I mean? Floyd didn't finish people off all the time, and, people didn't write his ass for that. He was just that much better. So, snooze fest, hell no, man. That's a thing of beauty to see somebody that good like that. To me, I think he's going to play with Kovalev, but I won't make any more predictions. Like I just said, I'm not even going to be in that part of it. I'd rather be editing content for the show, and love the show, man.
I just want to highlight something which you said then, which is absolutely perfect. You said it's a thing of beauty to see somebody like that in the ring with regards to Ward. And I'll be honest, it sounds hipsterish, but that's how I felt.
I was just gonna call Oxnard a hipster. I was looking at hipster. Make beanies for you. I'm gonna send you one as soon as but it's not disrespect.
Looking at Ward's technique, I know it's the opponent. I thought this was great because I could see what he was doing against a tricky opponent, hipster style.
Wingy, I'm getting you a beanie as well.
I'll rock that beanie, bro.
Beanies for everyone, all you hipsters out there. Soon enough, there's going to be tons of TBV swag to go around. We are going to give back to you guys the way you've been given to us because we truly appreciate all you guys making us one of the hottest podcasts out there. And we appreciate it. This show is coming to an end, and we did not make our quota. Shout out to Bruce for trying. We didn't get that 250. Maybe next time. They didn't want it. They didn't want Wingy in the morning. They didn't want Wingy to get Eddie Hearn on the line and talk some Kell Brook versus Golovkin. Sucks, man. But what we do have is, I guess, to look forward to a Thursday show, right? We do have one more on demand that I need to do. And it's that trainer one. I gotta get Breadman on. We're gonna get some Breadman since he's got the fight coming up with J-Rock and Jamal Charlo. And like I said, Danny, Danny's got that fight, so we're going to get his strength and conditioning coach up as well. Who knows? We might even get Keith Thurman's up in here. I don't know. We're going to see what we do. Shout out to some people in the chat. Mark. Shout out to Mark. Staying up in the UK.
Shout out to Quinton Caladera. I hope I chopped your name up because you are whack.
Timo Cobian. Big up.
Shout out to Timo. Shout out to
Thomas.
David. Hamish.
Mark Smith, he been hanging in there.
90 seconds.
Big up to
Info
Mark
Joe.
Mark Smith, I remember talking to you on Twitter, man, and you said you're going to watch the show, so respect to you, brother.
Cut West.
West. Bo.
Georgie, what's happening, people? Yes.
Go work boxing.
Bo calling in and Bo in the chat. Joey calling in and in the chat. Kick ass Joe in the chat.
2020. 2020. I ain't gonna say your name.
Thomas.
Yes.
I got 2 delicious deli sandwiches.
Yeah, we love you guys too.
I've got Batman versus Superman ready to watch after this, so let's rock it, man. At UKWC student, YouTube, Wingy Boxing. Wingy Boxing, YouTube.
Road Work Boxing, shout out to you. Really quick, everybody.
Yeah.
Remember, it's very important. If you cannot support the show with a donation, please head on over to iTunes. Drop us that 5-star review. If you're listening to this show the next day on TuneIn, drop a review there as well. And anywhere that you're listening, you should be sharing it. If you're watching it on YouTube, thumbs up is
And that's the store. Big up the store. I purchase stuff, go to the store, buy the t-shirts, and Ness is too humble. I'll say it. I don't give a shit. Ness said, one of the best podcasts. This is the best effing podcast. I listen to every boxing podcast out there. I have been for the last 4 years. Respect to the others, but this is the fucking best podcast, man. I said it before I come on it.
I'm actually going to read some reviews, man. We're going to take the late night shift to read one more review. How is it? My podcast reviews? Where are you guys?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you even playing, bro? You need to start clearing them sound bites with me and fucking just play that. What is that supposed to be saying?
I'm just praising God every time you
It's the beginning of the Kanye album. Where's Wavy in the chat?
Let me turn it down and hear it clearly. Go ahead. What do you got going for us? Let me hear this thing.
You know, I'm like this. You know, every time, you know, the rainbow was promised after the shower. You mentioned in all the podcasts, so it's showering, and we the rainbow at the end. We are at the end of the rainbow is the pot of the TBV, and you should be thanking God.
Hey, the thing is, I don't.
Yes, God.
I don't speak from a position.
Is he saying save us?
No, what I'm saying is
It's a little kid. It's a little kid praising Jesus at the beginning of the Kanye album. That's just the waves.
But I can't.
Yes, God.
Copyright.
Wingy's on board.
No, I don't speak from a position of ignorance. I enjoy other podcasts, but I listen to every boxing podcast that is out there. That's a fact. I commute every day, an hour to work, there and back. I put them all on, respected them, but I enjoy this one the most, and I have done before I come on it.
I actually tried.
All right, so I got one real quick. It's called Best Boxing Podcast Around. Haven't heard anything like this before. Actually, it's from RFD Boxing from the U.S. And he says, haven't heard anything like this before. I've listened to all the boxing podcasts available, but this one takes the cake. They have a wide array of hosts and callers. This show keeps you on your edge of your seat, not knowing when Ness is going to pop his lid on a caller talking nonsense. Parentheses, fight doctor, I'm talking to you. Overall, very entertaining yet professional show. Thank you, my friend. And another one, hashtag TBE of podcasts. It comes from K. Duffelfield, 0632, another U.S. review. Very entertaining and knowledgeable. By far the best boxing podcast in the business. You know, ever since Wingy came on, we've got a lot of UK ones too. Look, this one's from UK, but I don't know why the UK is so short. It's like Great Boxing Podcast gives opinions from both states and the UK, which is good to see.
That's because the accent is long.
That's it.
Great Boxing Podcast. Whatever you said.
Another one from the UK. Look, great fun. London Boy 82.
I'll explain why. Because we don't muck about. We'll get in there, give you that left hook, and then we're done. Back to the
another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Great fun. Convo. Banter. Yeah.
The music stopped.
There can be some biased views, but enjoy nonetheless.
Put the music on, man.
No nonsense. No, it's because I wanted to read the reviews, my friend. I'm sorry. You want the reviews.
Oh, sorry. Apologize. Sorry, Dave. All right, you go.
I just wanted to give
Sorry,
some
Dave.
shout outs to some of those people that dropped reviews. Todd, thank you for dropping a review. London Boy 82, thank you for dropping a review. Brandon Benjamin, thank you for dropping a review. Lukey Boy 168 from the UK, shout out to you. And RDF Boxing, like I said, shout out to you. And
Get well soon, Felix Fadejo.
And shout out to everybody who hit up the thumbs up. 208 people hit it up. Thank you, thank you. You can follow me on Instagram at Fight Talk, FIGHT TALK, Fight Talk. And on Twitter, TBV_casual fan. We do it live during the fights. We do it live during the weeks. And hit me up. I'll follow back and I'll retweet.
I like this little review. I just want to real quick from another UK listener. It's called Pound for Pound King, and it's from Fishin from UK. And it says most positive street level, real banter filled boxing podcast out there. So I kind of like that. You know. That being said, I am your host NestGTO. Follow me on Twitter at NestGTO and on Instagram at NestGTO. Make sure you hit us up on the email or on all social media for any show ideas. Let us know, man. We didn't get to that 250. Maybe next time. Wingy.
Big up to the chat. Thank you for giving those likes. Hit the like, people. Enough respect. Let's do it.
Turn your notification on.
Turn the bell on right there. Make sure you subscribe right here. Boom. And then you're going to see a little bell right here.
You know, Wingy, I get your notifications. I like your show. Short and sweet, 15 minutes.
I know.
I'm in the tunnel. I watch it. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Good
that.
information. Good information.
Keep
that UK.
Make sure you subscribe to Wingy's channel. Keeping you
And
updated.
subscribe to
He definitely
more importantly, subscribe to the Boxing Voice people.
He definitely gets out every little piece of everything, and that's definitely necessary, right?
And
all right, guys. So make sure you tune in. I'm out.
Yes.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Goodbye.